Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Just that whenever we are chatting, in the chat box below, you will see in blue drop down arrow. Click everyone in the meeting and then chat. Otherwise, it is a personal message. Huh? Just waiting for 2-3 minutes. Everybody settle down. Huh? We will discuss everything. Don't worry. 1 second. Good evening. Good evening. Just waiting for 1 more minute. If anybody else will join. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. I think now let's start. First of all, for 5 to 10 minutes, I am discussing general basic things which so many students are continuously mailing, messaging, WhatsApp and all that. So it is better that first of all, we discuss the general things. Okay. The first thing, the materials. I don't think so. At present, anybody is there who has not been given the material link. If you say I have not received, I can give proof. I will open your mail ID in front of you and you will be able to see the link of the material has been given. So nobody can challenge. I'm 100% sure. There is no confusion in that. So when I said in the last class relating to material, then I said that now somebody will say that, sir, I'm 𝐂𝐦𝐚𝐢𝐿 student, my material. For you, the material is whatever I will write in the class slides. That is better. No other material required. So other than 𝐂𝐸MA, SEMA, ACCA, 𝐼FRS student, all has been given the material link already in the first class when I did. Those who joined later, they have been given the mail for the material link already. I said that. So I said that when I will be sharing the material, since the size of all the materials is greater than 25 MB, even a single file also. So for that reason, they cannot be mailed as an attachment. They will be given through Google Drive link. So this is FR-F7. This Google Drive link given to all of you. All of you. Not a single student is missed who has not been given this Google Drive link. In this Google Drive link, there are so many materials. Normally, neither I am going to use all these materials, neither nor I am suggesting anybody to refer all these materials. But the students should download all so that they don't need to go to Google Drive again and again every time. When you got the link, your duty is to download all the materials and save in the desktop in a folder. Now here you can see that there is 23-24 material and 24-25 also. 23-24 material I am not deleting, reason being that somebody is referring the old batch class. And in the old batch, I have used 23-24 material. In 24-25 material, slightly the page numbers or the question number may be here and there. Not so much big changes, but small changes. So after this batch, I will delete 23-24 material. That means when in December exam will be there, once I will finish this batch, I will delete 23-24 material from here. But for the time being, if somebody is referring old classes, for that reason, 23-24 material I am not deleting. So I said in the last class, which I am again reminding, I will be referring exam kit of 24-25. I will be referring pocket notes of 24-25. I will be referring study text of 24-25. All are written FR. One is this exam kit. One is this pocket notes. One is this study text. And I will be referring this practice and revision kit of IFRS sometime in the classes to solve some extra questions. I will not be using this study text. IFRS diploma practice and revision kit, which is only the questions. Those materials which I am suggesting you should be using, they are 3-4 materials only. FR study text, exam kit, this one, pocket notes, study text, and this IFRS exam kit, revision kit. And these materials only I have already opened before the class starts. I have opened the exam kit, I have opened the pocket notes, and I have opened the study text. I have not opened the IFRS material one. Reason being that today I am not going to use that. Because whenever I will be using that, I will be opening this also. And one is my class notes, which I said is most important. If you believe on me, if you trust on me, the most important material is this. That is our class notes prepared by me by referring different materials, Kaplan tutor, Kaplan study text, BPP material, chat GPT. While teaching in the class, some different questions arises from students. Based on that experience, these notes are prepared. They are very short, they are very crisp, and they will help you to understand the concept very fast. These materials I cannot share now. These materials are not possible to be shared today. These materials will be shared after every class. I will be writing in the class after the today's class notes till second class. After the third class notes till third class, because every class I will be writing something in front of you in the class. This is the material only we should refer. But somebody will say that, sir, I will from here refer the BPP also, this, that. Sir, I have some other material of CA final. I have CA final study material. Use, I don't have any problem. Somebody will say that I will be using a study hub from the institute website ACCA. Use that. I don't have any problem. You can ask questions from any part of the world. I don't have any problem. But my experience says that if we study the same thing from different books, then we don't understand anything. We are just wasting our time. In the beginning only we decide which material we should be using. Not for my class, for your own purpose. That this is the material I should refer. And you refer that material only, there is no problem. But just that I'm saying you use Kaplan, you will be using BPP, you will be using Study Hub also, not required. This is my advice, suggestion. My suggestion, if you are ready to take, very well. If you are not ready to take, it's your call. But I'm ready to answer everything in your life. Wherever you are working, whatever questions you are facing in your organization, in practice, whatever problems you are facing, I'm ready to answer. There is no problem. If I'm not able to answer in the class, something may happen. I will buy some time, that let me research, and then I will come in the next class for your reply. So this is relating to material. The second thing relating to exam booking. Exam booking anybody can do now also. ACCA exam, IFRS exam, CIM exam, you can book today also. You can book after some time also. Normally, I advise students should book the exam, ACCA, IFRS, CIMA, every exam. Students should book exam by mid of October, not beyond that. Around 15th or 20th of October. Reason being that there are students who have given exams in September for ACCA. Their result will come out in around 15th of October. I think they need some time to book the exam. If you book earlier, it is good only because you are more focused. You will be able to study much better. The delay you make for booking the exam, the focus will be less till the time you don't book the exam. So for that reason, you can book now. I have said that. You go on the, suppose you are CIMA student. You go in CIMA platform. There is a tab, book exam. You book the exam. You don't need to pay any fees for CIMA student. They have already paid in the beginning only. You select the date and all that. You book the exam. ACCA student, go on the ACCA website. There is a tab, book exam. Put the details and make the payment and book the exam. IFRS student, if you want to book exam for December now, you are already registered with the institute. If then book the exam, go there. There is a tab, and it is not a rocket science. It's very simple thing. If you find any problem in booking the exam, suppose on the institute website something is not running. You are putting your ID and password, it is not taking. You are booking the exam, it is not showing the booking details. You are booking the exam, it is not showing you the dates of booking. Something may happen. This is not in my control. because I am not controlling ACCA-SEMA Institute website. I don't have the back-end control, and I will never be having. I said in the first class only, wherever you are facing any technical problem relating to institute, you need to mail to the institute from your registered mail ID. Your registered mail ID, you write your name, your registration number, your mobile number, your issue, what you are facing. If there is any screenshot which you can give in the mail, it is much better, and mail to the institute along with CC to us. A mail carbon copy to us also, so that we communicate with the SEMA India team, ACCA team, and we will help you to resolve your issue faster. But if you are mailing now, nobody is sitting in ACCA and SEMA Institute to answer my query now. It is not Saraf Academy. That 24/7 Prakash Saraf is there. You are messaging anything, you will get reply at that time only. It is only available. I am not praising myself, but that's the fact. दुनिया का कोई organization में you will not be getting reply at that moment. You need to wait 1 day, 2 day, and all that. I am communicating, my team is communicating to ACCA SEMA team, they will take time. You have to have patience. That it is not something which is in my domain, but still we are responsible for all your problems. So I am saying CC to me, and we will deal with the institute on your behalf. But the mail should be going from your mail ID to the institute, not to our mail ID. Once you are registered with the institute, you have a direct relationship. The institute is saying that you can't speak on behalf of a student unless and until the institute student is not mailing to us. So when you find any technical problem, mail to the institute along with CC to us. Your problem will be resolved in due course of time. Anything. It is not just booking the exam. Anything. Institute problem will be dealt with by the institute only. Third thing. If you have a problem with my recording classes, materials you have not received, anything which is technical, software is not running, software is not installed in your computer or anything, don't message me. My phone is not available for this purpose. Don't call at my office number, my advice. Because they may be doing something, they will forget, then you will shout. You just mail. You just mail at our mail ID, only one mail ID, classes@saraf.academy. My phone is running 24/7. When you mail at that moment only, I can see your problem is there, even though you are not directly communicating me. But I'm in knowledge that you have some technical problem. If the office is running at that time and the staff is there in the office, they will deal with your problem at that time. But if they are not, suppose it is now 8 o'clock, nobody is there in the office. All mobile number are there in the office. If you call, nobody is picking. If you message, nobody is seeing, because wo office mein hai. So when they will come tomorrow morning, you have to have patience. Nobody can work 24/7. Only Prakash Saraf and some of the persons can work. So you need to have patience again to let my team come, and they will do the needful. If something which it can be done now, I will not wait for my team to come tomorrow morning at 10:30. I will do the needful now only. You are not concerned whether it is done by Prakash Saraf or somebody else in the Prakash Saraf team. If your problem can be resolved at that moment, I will resolve. If it will be dealt with my team, they will come and they will resolve. If you have some problem relating to anything you are studying, from a study text, from exam kit, from any material, anywhere, subject related query, then only I am the person who can answer you. Because my team members are not teaching, not studying ACCA or teaching ACCA, not teaching or studying SEMA. They know the basic thing, kya exams and all that. You can't ask them the subject related query. For that, I am the person only. Then you will be messaging me in WhatsApp. You can call me, you can mail, whatever you like. There is no problem. And you can message me in the night 2 a.m. also, no problem. If I am awake, I will answer at that time, guarantee. If I am not awake, if I am taking class, you need to again have patience. When my class will be over, you see whether I am replying or not. These are the basic things you need to maintain, which we said in the first class, explained in the first class. A student is saying that what you are going to teach in the next class, whether I have not said in the previous class, I will be teaching EPS. I already said what I will be teaching. I even said that the material which I have given, the EPS notes are printed here. Read the EPS notes and then come in the class. Even that also said. You will say that, sir, I was not in the live class. Presently, how many students are in the live class? Except me, it is 42. And how many students in total in the class? It is around 350. Why that the 300 students are not live? No office is there, believe me. Believe me. The classes are very odd time. It is difficult to take class morning, to take class in the late night. It's difficult. But it's your call. Suppose if I will ask any of my old student, those who have done some classes, suppose I will say, Saurjab Khan, how are you, sir? Achhe hain, sir. What do you think? After 2 classes, how many students will be there in the live class?
आधे हो जाते almost.
Sir, within 10. Whether I take the class Sunday morning, whether I take the class Sunday evening, whether I take the class Saturday morning, that's the rule. It's not a question that we are available or not. It's a question of commitment. But my commitment is there. I always want to teach live. 98% of the syllabus is same whatever taught in the previous batch. But still I want to be live, give you a different feeling. I don't want that I should be just giving recordings, not clearing doubts, not engaging with you. I don't like that. So I'm always live. If I'm going for any purpose in Dubai, London, I will be live because it's online. There is no problem. So I mean to say that if you are not able to attend the class, वैदेही क्या लगता है कितने लोग नेक्स्ट क्लास से आएंगे 2 क्लास बाद?
सर 5 और 6.
5 और 6 आप तो खत्म ही कर दिए यार.
सर सीएमएस तो इसलिए आते हैं.
नहीं ठीक है, योर नहीं. वारिदी क्या लगता है? These are old students, they know. वारिदी कितने स्टूडेंट्स लाइव क्लास करने आएंगे? हाँ वारिदी आप कितनी बार लाइव क्लास करते हो? इन टोटल मान लीजिए बैच में 25 to 30 क्लासेस लाइव होती है. हाउ मेनी क्लासेस यू जनरली अटेंड लाइव? वारिदी मेरे ख्याल से सी इज नॉट इन फ्रंट ऑफ द स्क्रीन. सो नॉर्मली क्वेश्चन ये है कि अगर आपका जुनून है, you can say my health is not good, I am having fever, cold, cough, this, that. For that reason, I am not doing class. Go on saying. I can also say I'm not taking class today, I'm not feeling well. हमारे केस में तो नहीं होता यार. So it's upon you. Seriousness required, commitment required from your side. I am always live. I expect students should be live. They will get a better feeling. But if they don't want to attend live, they need to be with the classes. If the class is happened on Tuesday, then by Friday, you should be with conversant with the recordings and everything done. You can't have a backlog. Because initially the students say only 2 days. After 3, 4, 5 classes, they will say such a speed. Initially they will say, sir, you are going very slow. After 3, 4 classes, they will start saying, sir, बहुत जल्दी हो रहा है. It's very fast. I'm not able to understand. I know. I know what speed is required, how much I need to explain, what examples I need to give. That I know. You don't need to take tension. If you are not live, at least be with the class. Be always with the recordings complete. Because why I am saying this? If I will ask today, whoever is there live, how many of you will be giving exam in November, December? Just say in the chat box. How many of you will be giving exam in November, December? Those who are going to give exam, just say yes. Why? Why? In the chat box. You will say nobody is saying no, N. Nobody is saying. But what will happen after 20 days? What will happen after 20 days? 50% start saying N. And when the Diwali Durga Puja in the October will be coming, by the end of October, the exam form not filled up. 80% gone. Why that happen in every batch? Why that happen? It's a simple reason of commitment. When we already know that you have a plan to go out, maybe for rooming and all that, but still you need to have a projection for that. Na? How I'm going to complete my syllabus. If I'm going out, say on any day, I'm not planning, but maybe exceptional planning, I will do on 10th of October, I will go for 2 days. That planning I have already done in my classes, how I will complete the syllabus. It's never happened in my life that the syllabus is not completed in time. So you don't need to take tension for the syllabus. First day you were saying why? And after 15, 20 days, you start saying N. That's not done. We need to become Saurjab Khan. We need to be fully focused. Every class he is live. Every class he is studying. Every class he has doubts. Every exam he is giving in the best preparation. Maybe marks some here or less, but he can't fail. We need to become that. Well, you will say, sir, why you are taking his example? He's a good student. He's a good person. Not because he's a good student, but commitment he knows. So we can't say in life, I'm not giving exam in December because I'm not prepared. हमारे यहाँ किसी का death हो गया. नौटंकी नहीं यार. अगर एग्जाम के पहले कोई I'm saying bad thing. They suppose death हो भी गया. तो आप 2 महीना क्या कर रहे हैं? 10 days पहले death हुआ इसलिए आप एग्जाम नहीं दोगे. That's not acceptable. Nobody should have this option in life. Bhai, don't switch on your audio. Request. Otherwise, whatever I'm saying, you will not be able to understand in recordings. Your voice, your background noise will be connected with my voice. So in the class, please sit with mute mode. No audio video required unless and until you have to say anything. So what I'm saying that there is no option in life that I will not give exam. Whatever your problems are there, you need to study 2.5 hours maximum. You are a bad student, below average, average, above average. For giving the exam, you need to study 2.5 hours every day. Every day we are eating. Every day we need to study. Then there is no question that we can't give exam. And there is no question arises that we will not pass the exam. The question will not arise. You have to study. If you are not able to do live, do recordings. Recordings you will be getting when the class is over. Today's class, you can't get recording today. You will get tomorrow. Nobody is there in the office to give you recording. Tomorrow morning when they will join office, 10:30 by 11 a.m. you will get the recordings. Morning class, Friday recording, you will be getting by around 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You don't need to request. And if still you are not able to see the recordings, mail it. When you mail, my team will do the needful. You don't need to message me. Recording classes will be there by default. You don't need to request. Recording you can see only in the software. Live class, you just need to connect with the internet. You will be there in the live class. And this question or this option doesn't arise in life that I will not give exam. I have to give. Whether I will fail the exam, but I have to give. Why I will fail? If I will not study. Whether it's a CIMA student, whether it's an ACCA, whether it's a CMA, whether it's IFRS, any student. If you don't follow the instructions, you can't pass. My guarantee, I will make you pass. You follow whatever I am saying. नहीं कैसे पास होंगे हम देखते हैं यार. कैसा भी पेपर हो, whatever is the nature. So all these types of messages, mail and all that, answer in total in one go. कोई बोल रहा है मटेरियल कहाँ है, आई एम नॉट एबल टू फाइंड. कोई बोल रहा है लिंक नहीं मिला, कहाँ रिकॉर्ड. ऑल दीज आंसर इन वन गो, so that we don't go on asking again and again these general. As far as the question paper pattern and all that I'm not going again on the website. You go in the first class, all the different syllabus question paper I have shown, how it will be showing in the screen, how you need to answer. Everything is said, the paper is structured and everything. Relating to this, anybody has anything to ask? I cannot show that, sir. My team can only show that. Because if you have done the recording of the first class, I said again, the technical problem will be dealt with my team. Because in this machine, that software is not there, the recording software. So I can't show that. The first class is freely available on YouTube. This second class onwards, you will be able to see in the software. It is not available on YouTube. So up till now, whatever we have studied, it's a free video uploaded for everybody in YouTube. So whoever has not installed the software, you connect with my team, don't call them, mail them, they will call you and they will help you to install the software. If they will not be able to do, the person who has developed the software, he will help. But your software will be installed. You can run the video in front of them. And then once you're satisfied, then you give a mail that everything is fine, videos are running, so that they are also satisfied. They will not get a jhad from my side that why the software is not installed. Because if they are not doing any student job, they will get a big jhad from my side. आपको लगता है आप ही केवल बोलोगे, मैं भी हूं यार, काम करवा रहे हैं, we are giving them money, we are giving them all the opportunities. Why they will not be doing the job of my students? So you don't need to take tension, Faiza. You just need to connect with them. I cannot show here because even I don't know how to run the software. That's not my job. ठीक है? इसीलिए मैंने इसमें इंस्टॉल भी नहीं किया है. I have not installed that software here. Anybody has anything to ask relating to all these general things? Johu, Srimoi, anybody?
Good evening, sir.
But Johu, in your case, as far as the mail is concerned, in the mail there is some confusion that you installed the software by web-based, and later on you may be saying that I want in mobile phone Android also. That issue is going on. So what communication between you and them happened? I have seen that mail. Then I gave to my software wala also yesterday evening, India time around 10 or 11 you mailed. Then I screenshot your mail and gave to my software developer. Then even though you have not said to me, but I gave your mail to my software developer, not my team members. Then the software developer said that they will communicate with you tomorrow and solve the issue. So if it is not yet resolved, then in that case, mail once again. We will try to resolve tomorrow only, sir. Okay? Okay, sir. Now, in the last class, we discussed just basic presentation format of financial statement. I cannot teach you in half an hour, 1 hour, how to prepare PL account, balance sheet, statement of changes in equity, cash flow. That is not possible. That you will be able to do after 20 classes. After around 1.5 months, 2 months classes. So I just gave a basic idea of the format. Why that is required? Because when I will be teaching further topics, I will be referring to the format in every class. So I want that if somebody don't have good understanding of the format, they should have a basic understanding. But I have not explained any of the item of PL account, balance sheet, cash flow, state, nothing. So don't think that that is gone. You can solve the questions of final accounts, a trial balance adjustment, and you can solve PL balance sheet that you can't do now. I have not taught, I have not explained, because that require explanation of at least 15 classes, kam se kam. Then we will be in a position to solve PL account, balance sheet type questions. It was just a discussion about the format. Ibadat, you joined now only, or you joined when I started the class? Because the class is already running for last I will say 30 minutes odd because we started at 8.05. Ibadat. And Ibadat, have you done the recording of the last class?
यस सर, यस सर, मैं लाइव क्लास में भी था और रिकॉर्डिंग भी मैंने दोनों देख लिया
So
है।
in the as today also I said कि exam form can be filled up now also. But
मैं
I
सोच रहा था कि जून 2025 में एग्जाम अगर मैं देता हूँ तो वेट करूं या फिर एक बार दिसंबर में भी एग्जाम ट्राई करूं।
लेकिन अभी मैंने सबको बोला था कि एग्जाम दिसंबर में ही देना है। आप थे क्या उस समय कि अब बाद में ज्वाइन किए? नहीं, अभी मैंने बोला था क्लास में, अभी 30 मिनट्स पहले, विद इन 30 मिनट्स students should be giving exam, any CIMA, ACCA, IFRS, every student should be giving exam in November, December only. So at that time you were there in the class or not?
नो, आई थिंक सो।
तो वही तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि आप तो वो आप बोल रहे हैं उसमें भी थे, लेकिन आप ध्यान ही नहीं दे रहे हो सर। कैसे बताया जाए यार? बिकॉज ये तो कोई वैसा चीज नहीं है कि कोई कॉन्सेप्ट है जिसको 20 बार बोलेंगे। ध्यान से एक ही बार सुन लीजिए यार, हाथ जोड़कर विनती है यार।
नहीं सर, एक्चुअली क्या हुआ कि मैं अभी ऑफिस में ही आपका क्लास ले रहा हूँ,
अरे
तो
यार ये सब
बीच में
कहानी
सब
बाजी नहीं। आप पिछले दिन का क्लास को रिकॉर्डिंग क्यों नहीं किए? जब मैंने बोला कि एनी क्लास विच इज ओवर, इफ यू आर अ चैंपियन, then also you need to do the entire recording. Why it is not done, sir? Or we go on saying this, I am in the office, I am very busy, sir, I will not. Then in that case, why we are in the class, sir? How we will be able to handle any responsibility in life, sir? Please understand. So I am saying again, हाथ जोड़कर विनती है, एक ही बार में सारे लोग सुन लो। If you study regularly 2.5 hours, then it is very, very easy to give exam in November, December and pass. But condition, regular study of 2.5 hours. So if we started our class on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Friday, I took the class. So Friday, no self-study required. Tuesday, I am taking the class, no self-study required. But Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3 days, you should have studied 2 hours each at least. 2 hours each at least. You will say what I should have studied. On Friday, whatever I taught, you should have done recording on Saturday. So Saturday study done. Sunday, whatever I taught in the class, you have done the recording on Saturday. Do those things on your own. Make a format of PL account, balance sheet, statement of changes in equity. There was an example of final accounts given. Go through with that. That you will do on Sunday. Monday, I said in the class, when a student will be joining in the next class, they should read EPS notes once. Earnings per share notes, which is given in the class slides, they should have read once. And then Tuesday, they should be coming in the class. Maybe you can say that presently we have just started the batch. So the area which we need to study is slightly less. I will be telling, just give me 2-3 classes. You will not be getting time to study, because if you are not conversant with something taught in the class, then all the things are going off. So the student will automatically from the beginning, like you, will think I will give in June. That means you have discounted. I will not regularly study for December. Maybe you don't have time or whatever may be the reason. But these kind of student will face problem that they will not give exam in June also. Because they will think that June will never come. They have this notion, June will never come. And for that reason, they are taking everything very normally. They will never study at all. 1 or 2 classes they will attend. They will not do any recordings, nothing. Happy New Year, they will enjoy. Now they will be waiting, sir, when is the new batch starting? I will again start in the March. Again 1 or 2 class they will come, and they destroyed the entire life. Those who don't give exam in November, December, with 90% student, this happen. With 90% student, the same thing happen. So you need to understand that not giving exam is just equal to failure. Somebody will say that, sir, I don't have time for 2.5 hours. Then you are busy than God, I can say. If you are going to office 10 hours, 12 hours, 14 hours, chalo, you have 10 hours left. Out of 10 hours, you need to bring out every day 2 hours for your self-study. So there is no question arises that I will not give exam in December. Still, if anybody want to think like that, I can't stop you. Exam form can be filled up now. The last date to fill up the exam form for FR and IFRS is 29th October. But if we will wait in the last date, most of the seats in the centers will filled up. And if we wait till the last date and giving exam by sitting in home, all explanation done in the first class. Giving an exam sitting in home, then also you will not be getting the desired time schedule. So exam forms should be filled up as soon as possible. Those who are filling now, they are one of the best because they will be able to save some money also. When you book now, the cost is slightly $5, $7 less. Normally, the exam fees for FR and IFRS is around $140, maybe 142, maybe 137, I don't remember. Hardly matter. Around $140 Indian currency, 14,000 INR. A student can book now, but they should book by mid of October anyhow. I will remind in the class around mid of October again. Exam will be there for FR IFRS December 1st to 10th December. Which date? That we can check on the website. It is written. The date is fixed. It cannot change. It is already scheduled by the institute 1 year back. So you go on the website. I have taken website. Last class, I don't want to go again. You can go there. You can check what is the date. It is 1st to 10th of December. And ample of time is there to study, have good sound knowledge, give the exam, pass the exam, score rank, and everything is possible. Just that junoon, that commitment is required. If that commitment is not there, then in that case, there is no solution in life. How revised the all syllabus is still not any study material. Sada. Now, how I will give you the material, you will say, sir. I am showing you whether material is given to you or not. Sadab. Sadab. Which one is your mail ID, sir? Because you also joined now only, and we are wasting our time. So I will be teaching till 1 o'clock. Understand, everybody. Because if we waste our time like this, then I will go on because I have not started teaching anything. Because again, we started material and all that, which I said for last 30 minutes. Maybe some student, those who are serious, they will not like this, but nothing can be done. शुरू में स्टूडेंट लोग ऐसे रहते हैं जो बदमाशी बहुत करते हैं, उनका कोई सॉल्यूशन मेरे पास नहीं है. क्या भाई सादाब जी बताइए, आपका मेल आईडी कौन सा है? इज दिस वन सादाब खान? इज दिस योर मेल आईडी? अरे भाई बोल ले यार. यस सर, ठीक है. मेरे पास तो कुछ नहीं है, आपके लिए खोला है मेल मैंने. सादाब खान.
Yes, sir. This is my mail ID, sir.
You are
Actually,
a
sir,
student. You are a CPA student, है ना?
I am, sir. Not, sir. I am an IFRS student.
You are IFRS student. But
Yes,
there
sir.
may be some other mail ID you are using also. 2 mail IDs are there.
Not Sadab Khan, sir. MD.Shadab0143.
नहीं,
आपने
because
पहले जो देखा था ना सर, वो सही था.
वही बोल रहा हूँ कि ये मेल आईडी में तो क्लास का लिंक भी नहीं है, तो आप कहाँ से जाओगे इसमें?
जी जी.
ठीक है.
This, sir,
सादा.
this
Which one first?
0143. No, sir. Down. Blue
सा-
color T-shirt पहने हैं सर. हाँ, blue color T-shirt. Yes.
अच्छा.
Down. Yes.
अभी देखते हैं सर इसमें ये IFRS, FR, सीमा, MCS नोट्स एंड फर्स्ट क्लास स्लाइड्स. ठीक है, ये आप ही के पास मेल गया है सर. मैं
जी सर,
नया
आया.
नहीं खोल रहा हूँ. अब इसको खोलते हैं. ये क्या है सर, लिंक है कि नहीं सर?
जी सर. सर
और ये
एक्चुअली से पता ही नहीं चला, वो बीबीपी जो बता रहे थे ना आप, वो वाला है जिसमें जितने भी मतलब लिखे हुए हैं कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा। जैसे हम लोग बहुत सारे बुक्स फॉलो
तो आप
करते हैं,
काहे को
पढ़ते
सारा
हैं।
भूल रहे हैं? अभी आप सब पढ़ लिए क्या? आप बुक में सब कुछ समझ जाएंगे, फिर पढ़ने की जरूरत क्या है? आप अगर कोई
नहीं
बुक
सर,
पढ़ेंगे और आप पूरा बुक का सारा चीज समझ जाएंगे तो फिर तो हम तो पागल है यार, हम पढ़ाने क्या
नहीं
है?
नहीं सर, समझ एक्चुअली सर कुछ तो पता चलना चाहिए ना कि हाँ मतलब
नहीं नहीं
फाइनेंशियल
पता
स्टेटमेंट
चलेगा ना।
बनाना है तो क्या क्या
अगर एबी
पढ़ना है।
कोई बच्चा है एबीसीडी का किताब खोलेगा और एबीसीडी जानता नहीं है, कैसे समझ जाएगा ए से जेड तक? कैसे
जी
सर?
सर।
देख के किताब सुंदर लगेगा, उसमें चित्रकारी बहुत है, आप में चित्रकारी नहीं है। आपका एकदम ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट बुक है, क्वेश्चंस बड़े बड़े
जी
लंबे लंबे दिए, आप कैसे समझोगे?
जी सर।
आप उस किताब को ऐसे क्यों देख रहे हैं? मैंने फर्स्ट क्लास में क्या पढ़ाया, क्या बोला मैंने फर्स्ट क्लास में?
एक्चुअली सर चेक कर रहे थे कि चलो मतलब कुछ रिवीजन करने को आपने जो कहा ना सर, डेली रिवीजन करना है, तो उसके
नहीं तो
हिसाब से
मैंने
मैंने
जो
चेक
बोला
कर रहा
वही
था कि
रिवीजन
क्या
करेंगे
क्या
ना।
मतलब
मैंने
कर
अभी भी
सकते हैं।
बोला, मैंने अभी क्लास में बोला कि 3 दिन क्या पढ़ना था, सैटरडे संडे मंडे। मैंने बोला सैटरडे को फ्राइडे का क्लास का रिकॉर्डिंग फिर से पूरा करना था।
जी जी
संडे को जो फॉर्मेट वाला चीज है वो फॉर्मेट बनाते, वो फॉर्मेट को एक बार लिख के अपना एक्सेल में वर्ड में प्रैक्टिस करते, जो मेरे नोट्स के अंदर एक फाइनल अकाउंट का क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किया हुआ उसको देखते। फिर उसके बाद मंडे को जो ईपीएस का नोट्स मैंने पढ़ने बोला था उसको पढ़कर आते। वो नोट्स मैंने यहां पर लिख कर रखा है। मैंने तो इतना ही दिया था खाली कि आप जब
जी
ट्यूसडे
जी
आओगे
सर।
क्लास करने इतना करना है। तो मेरी बात क्यों नहीं मान रहे आप? क्या मेरे में कोई
नहीं सर
खोट है?
वही,
कोई ट्रस्ट
नहीं
का
सर ऐसी कोई
प्रॉब्लम है
बात
यार?
नहीं। नहीं नहीं सर, मैंने देखा था सर, मैंने प्रिंट भी लिया है वो फाइनली का, और
लिया
ईपीएस
है,
का
गड़बड़
किताब
की है। फर्स्ट क्लास में बोला था प्रिंट आउट नहीं निकालना है, ऑन स्क्रीन पढ़ना है, ये भी एक गलत। लीजिए, आप समझ लीजिए, आप मेरी बात नहीं मान रहे हैं। सौरजब खान,
एक्चुअली सर ऑफिस ऑफिस में रहते हैं ना सर, तो मतलब क्या है अपने लैपटॉप को
अरे
लेके
भैया
जा नहीं
अभी रात
सकते,
को
तो
12 बजे
इसीलिए।
तक ऑफिस रहोगे आप? कितनी देर तक ऑफिस में रहोगे? अभी
सर
अभी
एक्चुअली
कितनी देर तक?
नाउ आई एम इन सऊदी अरेबिया सर, एंड
हाँ,
आफ्टर ऑफिस आई मेक द कुकिंग।
नहीं नहीं
सो
वो सब, एक सेकंड मेरा बात मानिए, अभी आप कहां पर हैं?
सऊदी अरेबिया में सर।
सऊदी अरेबिया में, वहां टाइम कितना है?
सर अभी 6:14 हो रहा है, 6:15।
तो सऊदी अरेबिया में जनरली ऑफिस 6 बजे तक होता है कि 8-9 बजे तक होता है?
सर यहाँ पर जनरली 6 o'clock एंड 7 o'clock तक रहता है, मेरा 7 o'clock तक है।
बिकॉज मेरे को जैसा लगता है कि मिडिल ईस्ट कंट्रीज में वो लोग का काम होता है कि वो लोग इवनिंग होते होते जल्दी ऑफिस बंद कर देते हैं, सुबह जल्दी खुलता है, मेरे को पता है। तो मान
जी जी
लीजिए आपका 6:45, इसका मतलब अभी ऑफिस खत्म हो जाएगा या हो गया होगा, 10 मिनट में हो जाएगा।
जी सर।
अभी तक मैं कुछ
हम्म।
पढ़ाया नहीं हूं, पढ़ाने दिया ही नहीं है कोई भी, ठीक है? अब आप मान
जी सर।
लीजिए क्लास ऑफिस से ही कर रहे हैं, लेकिन आप उसको ऑफिस क्यों बोल रहे हैं? आप कहीं से भी बैठ के क्लास कर रहे हैं, उससे ऑफिस का क्या मतलब है? तो आपके यहां पर 6-7 बजाए, हम लोग के यहां पर तो 8:48 8:50 हो गया है। तो हम
जी
लोग
जी
के यहाँ तो और प्रॉब्लम है सर, मैं तो 12-1 बजे तक पढ़ाने वाला हूँ, क्योंकि आप लोग उटपटांग डाउट पूछ रहे हैं, मैं कराने वाला हूँ, क्या करूंगा मैं? तो मेरा ये बोलने का मतलब है, अभी जब आप क्लास कर रहे हैं, अभी आप ऑफिस में नहीं, ऑफिस का प्लेस से मतलब नहीं है, प्रीमाइसेस से मतलब नहीं है, आप अपना
जी
पर्सनल
जी
टाइम यूज कर रहे हैं। तो अभी जब आप क्लास कर रहे हैं, वैसे ही डेली 7 बजे के बाद आपको पढ़ने में क्या प्रॉब्लम है? अपने लिए
नो
अगर
इशू।
खाना बनाओगे एक बार, अपने लिए दाल चावल बनाने में कितनी देर लगती है यार? क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
जी सर।
ये सिंपैथी नहीं लेना है कि आई एम वर्किंग, आई एम मेकिंग फूड फॉर माई सेल्फ। यू आर डूइंग फॉर योर सेल्फ सर। मैं सिंपैथी लूंगा, मैं तो अभी पढ़ा रहा हूं, सुबह फिर उठ के पढ़ाना है। तो भैया मेरे को पैसा
जी
कमाना है, मेरे को देखना है, तो फिर करना ही पड़ेगा ना। इसमें सिंपैथी का क्या बात है सर? सिंपैथी मत
जी
लीजिए
सर।
उसको, देयर इज नो
नहीं सर,
सिंपैथी
सिंपैथी
सर।
एक्चुअली स्टडी
हाँ,
के हिसाब से हम ये कर रहे थे कि मतलब मुझको डेली एक रूटीन बनाया है कि हाँ इतना टाइम पढ़ना है, क्या पढ़ना है वो
तो
चीज
आप अगर
इसके
डेली
बारे
दो
में। तो
घंटे नहीं पढ़ सकते तो वो तो जून में भी एग्जाम नहीं होएगा, बिलीव करिए। आपको ऐसा ही
नहीं
लग
सर,
रहा है।
डेली वक्त है मेरे पास।
तो डेली 2 घंटा जब पढ़ेंगे तो दिसंबर में एग्जाम देंगे ना, जून में क्यों देंगे? क्या जरूरत है?
जी सर, दिसंबर में ही।
अभी आप जून बोल रहे थे इसलिए मैंने उसको खत्म कर दिया है, लेकिन फिर भी आप
नहीं
जून
नहीं
में दीजिए,
दिसंबर,
आपकी मर्जी है।
सर
ठीक है,
आपका ही बात फॉलो कर रहे थे कि
हाँ
दिसंबर में बैठने के लिए पर डे मतलब एक रूटीन बनाए थे कि इतना टाइम इतना पढ़ना है, ये चीज पढ़ना है। तो उसी के
हाँ।
हिसाब से थोड़ा चेक कर रहे थे, जो आपने किट्स भेजे थे ना, तो वो सब चेक कर रहे थे क्या है, किस टाइप का
तो मैं तो ये
क्वेश्चन
सारी
आता है, किस
बातें
टाइप का
फर्स्ट
क्या
क्लास में
आता है।
बोल चुका पूरा A to Z। आप उसका
जी जी,
रिकॉर्डिंग क्यों नहीं किए फिर से? सबसे
वो
पहला बात।
देखे थे सर क्लास, रिकॉर्डिंग
तो फिर
क्लास
भी
फिर से
वही
देखे
बातें
थे सर।
क्यों आ रही है? तो गजनी है फिर तो हम लोग यार। हाथ पे लिख लिख के करना पड़ेगा, वैसे कैसे करेंगे यार? हम लोग वही बात
नहीं सर,
दोबारा क्यों कर रहे हैं? आप बोल रहे हैं नोट्स नहीं मिला, मैं आपको प्रूफ कर रहा हूँ नोट्स मिला है। नोट्स में मैं बोला कि सारा चीज खोलकर मत देखिए, जो किताबें हैं बस जो जरूरी है उन्हीं को देखिए। फिर भी मैंने बोला किसी को दुनिया भर का खोल खोल के देखना, देखते रहो, हमको क्या है यार, हमारे को थोड़ी ना
नहीं सर,
प्रॉब्लम।
सारा किट्स नहीं देखे हम, बस जो सोचे कि क्या है तो एक बार
क्यों
चेक कर
देख रहे
लेते
हैं?
हैं
मत
जॉब
देख,
में क्या है।
जब आप कुछ
जी
पढ़े ही
जी
नहीं तो समझ में कैसे आएगा? समझिए आप,
जी 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 सर।
अगर आप कोई नया घर में जाएंगे तो घर का कौन सा कोना है पहले घुसना पड़ेगा ना। आप ऐसे ही कैसे समझ
हम्म।
जाएंगे यार? इतना पंडित कैसे बन जाएंगे यार? वो हम लोग बन सकते हैं, 20 साल से पढ़ा रहे हैं, कोई भी खोलेंगे भैया मालूम है। आपको वहां ले जाएंगे तब खोलिएगा ना, नहीं तो आप समझ
जी
नहीं
जी जी
पाएंगे, तो
जी।
खराब करेंगे सर। जितना पढ़ाया
ओके
जाए
सर।
उसको पढ़िए, 4 क्लास मेरे को देने दीजिए ना। इतना पढ़ा देंगे कि आप दब जाएंगे पढ़ाई से, मिलेगा नहीं समय
जी जी
पढ़ने का सर। 4 क्लास मेरे को पढ़ाने दीजिए।
जी सर। जी सर। ओके सर, थैंक यू सर।
हाँ, नहीं नहीं, किसी को भी बोल लेने दो यार। इबादत, Salman, everybody. If there are illogical doubts, I am getting pissed off by, sir, I have not received the material. Sir, where is the material? Sir, I can't see in the Google Drive. Sir, I'm not able to run the, अरे यार इसको कितना बार, इसीलिए मैंने सबको वॉइस मैसेज भी भेजा है सुबह पहले, क्लास लिंक देने के बाद कि भैया कोई सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं चाहिए, केवल इंटरनेट चाहिए, क्लास करिए, रिकॉर्डिंग करके आइए, मटेरियल सबको। कोई सुनता कहाँ है? यू अंडरस्टैंड? हु इज एक्सेप्टिंग वट एवर आई एम सेइंग? वी कांट मेक ऑल द 5 फिंगर सेम ना। There will be students like this, those who will not study, those who will not hear, those who will not follow the instruction, they will be eating their head, they will be eating my head, and they will be eating the class head also. कुछ नहीं किया जा सकता, there is no solution for this. Anybody has, because I started teaching PL account balance sheet, then he started something else. सारा कहानी हो गया, फिर वो नया चालू कर दिए। मैं अभी रुक रहा हूं भैया, किसी को भी कोई भी क्वेश्चन पूछना है रिलेटिंग टू ऑल दीज स्टफ, जबकि ये बातें मैंने पिछली क्लास से करीब 10 बार बोल दी है। बोलते जाइए, आप तो, हमको क्या है यार। लेकिन हम आपको 1 बजे तक पढ़ाएंगे रात को, समझ लीजिएगा। आपको जाना है जाइए, जितना मेरा टाइम वेस्ट होगा उतना यूज करना पड़ेगा। आई डोंट हैव एनी ऑप्शन। कोई बोलेगा मेरे को IFRS का मटेरियल डाउनलोड करना है क्या? अरे यार पिछले क्लास में बोल दिया सारा डाउनलोड करना है, जो जरूरत होगा यूज कर लेंगे। फिर आप मैसेज करते हैं सर शुड आई डाउनलोड IFRS? अरे यार क्या प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है? काहे को नहीं सुनते हैं एक बार में? और भूलेंगे, रिकॉर्डिंग करने बोला गया है ना। अभी आज फिर वही बात बोला, सारा मटेरियल डाउनलोड करेंगे। फिर आप मैसेज करते हैं शुड आई डाउनलोड? जिसको बोल रहा हूं उसके दिल में लगना चाहिए कि यू आर एक्चुअली हर्टिंग मी एंड योरसेल्फ बाय आस्किंग इलॉजिकल क्वेश्चंस। आप बोलेंगे सर आप रुकते नहीं हैं। हम नहीं रुकेंगे सर, क्योंकि आप लोग को आप अकेले लगते हैं। हमारे को 350 स्टूडेंट जब माथा खराब करने लगता है ना, पजल्ड यार, ऊपर से स्टाफ, घर, दिस दैट। सोचिए एक बार, इफ यू रन माई लाइफ फॉर 1 डे, टुमारो यू विल नॉट बी अलाइव। यहां IFRS, यहां SBL, यहां सीमा, यहां SCS, यहां MCS, सर मेरा मटेरियल नहीं मिला, ये नहीं मिला। सारा काम देखते देखते पागल हो जाते हैं सर, और उसमें इलॉजिकल क्वेश्चन ऊपर से। और सो देयर इज नो सॉल्यूशन विथ मी टू नॉट डील विथ ऑल ऑफ यू इन द क्लास ओनली भाई। कि आप जितना उटपटांग क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे हम क्लास में आंसर देंगे। हम नाम भी किसी का नहीं लेते, अपने आप दिल में समझना है कि कौन लोग ऐसा उटपटांग क्वेश्चन पूछते हैं, क्यों पूछते हैं मालूम नहीं है। एनीबडी हैज एनी क्वेश्चन रिलेटिंग टू ऑल दीज जनरल स्टफ? एग्जाम कब बुक करना है, कहां से पढ़ना है, कौन सा मटेरियल यूज करना है, एग्जाम कब बुक करना है, पेपर पैटर्न क्या है, कोई प्रॉब्लम होगी क्या करेंगे, कैसे सॉल्व होगा, एनीथिंग। आई एम वेटिंग फॉर फर्दर 1 minute more. But don't start saying after 1 minute. Just a request. You can unmute yourself. You can say, you can chat the way you like.
हेलो
बोलिए रोहित जी, बोलिए।
सर, मतलब मेरे को जब भी बुक करना होगा तो मैं टेक्निकल आपके स्टाफ को कॉल कर सकता हूँ ना? मतलब मैं
कॉल नहीं
आपको
करना,
मतलब
कॉल नहीं करने से इसलिए बोल रहा हूं, आपको गुस्सा आएगा बाई चांस वो लोग उठाए नहीं, बाई चांस
नहीं
वो
नहीं
लोग आपको, हाँ, मेल करना है सर, कॉल नहीं करना है।
हाँ, जैसे नहीं, मंडे को मेरी बहन फ्री होगी तो उसका कार्ड यूज करना है ना। मैंने पेमेंट किया था एक बार, जैसे जनरली कुछ बाय मिस्टेक पेमेंट ना हो जाए, क्योंकि डॉलर है ना, मतलब मुझे नहीं आता है इतना
माने
बैंक।
इंस्टीट्यूट का एग्जाम बुक करने के लिए आप बोल रहे हो क्या?
हाँ हाँ वही वो
हाँ, तो
उसके
मेरा
लिए।
टीम विनय है ना, जो वो आपको हेल्प कर
हाँ
देगा एकदम
वही वही
फटाफट। जो
वही
आपको
वही।
प्रॉब्लम होगी वो कर देगा हेल्प।
ठीक है थैंक यू सर।
क्योंकि रजिस्ट्रेशन करना, स्टूडेंट का एग्जाम रिलेटेड कोई प्रॉब्लम है, पेमेंट नहीं जा रहा है, वो हेल्प कर देगा। हाँ, आपका कार्ड से पेमेंट नहीं होगा, उसमें वो कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा सर। फिर आपको बैंक से बात करना होगा कि मेरा कार्ड से पेमेंट नहीं हो रहा, मेरा ठीक करिए। वैसा होता है किसी किसी का। लेकिन पेमेंट कार्ड के अलावा और कोई भी इश्यू होगा, वो जितना उसके मन आता है उसको सभी कुछ है, वो सब डील कर देगा सर। ठीक है, गुड सर। और भाई किसी को क्या पूछना है बोलिए भाई। अपना क्लास कम से कम 12 o'clock तक चलने वाला है, बिकॉज अभी 9 o'clock चालू होगा 8 के बदले। तो 3 hours तो मेरे को पढ़ाना ही पड़ेगा। धीरे धीरे पढ़ाएंगे, आपको समझ में आएगा। और आपको अगर सोना है, नींद आ रही है, जाइए सोइए, कल रिकॉर्डिंग कर लीजिएगा। और क्या, इतना ऑड आवर में किसी का कोई ऑफिस नहीं है भाई। पढ़ने का मन होना चाहिए। सो आई वॉज सेइंग दैट I taught in the last class format, which is just a basic introduction of format. You can't say that I have taught final accounts and you can start solving questions from any book. You can't solve a single question. Just format, balance sheet, assets, liability, income, expenditure, PL account, statement of change, just format. And there is a question solved in the notes. Just I said, go through with that. Then I gave example, what is earnings per share? I said I opened my mobile phone Kotak Securities app because I deal in the share market with Kotak Securities app. Then I said that State Bank of India market price is this, return on equity is this is number of shares trading and all that I said. This was very practical. But I started from the base that before starting earnings per share, we need to have the understanding what is EPS, why we require the knowledge at all. Because you cannot understand any topic if you don't understand the basics why it arises. बेसिक्स आपको पहले मालूम होना चाहिए, तभी आप टॉपिक के अंदर घुस सकते हैं। मैं वो बेसिक के बारे में फिर से डिस्कशन नहीं कर रहा हूं। कोई बोलेगा मेरा नहीं किया, आपको रिकॉर्डिंग दिया गया है, सुबह सबको फिर से दिया, बार बार मेल किए, आप बोल रहे रिकॉर्डिंग किए, लेकिन आप ठीक से करते नहीं है। रिकॉर्डिंग का मतलब होता है वीडियो को बार बार पॉज करना, ये नहीं कि एक बार सारा सुनना। समथिंग आई एम सेइंग, यू आर फाइंडिंग इट ट्रिकी, पॉज द वीडियो, डाइजेस्ट योरसेल्फ, थिंक, देन फिर से स्टार्ट करिए। अभी लाइव क्लास में यू कांट पॉज मी, मैं बोलते जाऊंगा, बट रिकॉर्डिंग में आपको पॉज कर करके सुनना है। और रिकॉर्डिंग का स्पीड बढ़ा दीजिए 1.25 1.5 लाइक दैट, along with that pause feature। जब कुछ नहीं समझ में आया वीडियो को रोक दीजिए, उसको डाइजेस्ट करिए, अंडरस्टैंड करिए, फिर वीडियो चालू करिए। तो मैंने बोला था कि कम से कम जहां से मैंने ईपीएस के बारे में 15-20 मिनट बोला था, वहां से आप रिकॉर्डिंग करके आएंगे कम से कम, सो दैट आपको अच्छे से समझ में आए। ठीक है, अब हम लोग आगे बढ़ते हैं, ईपीएस कैलकुलेशन में आ रहे हैं। व्हाई आई एम स्टार्टिंग दिस टॉपिक? बिकॉज दिस टॉपिक डज नॉट इन्वॉल्व एनी अकाउंटिंग नॉलेज, डेबिट, क्रेडिट, जर्नल, लेजर, नथिंग। I want to start with something which is very simple, very crisp, very easy to understand, so that we enjoy the class and we develop interest in the subject. When I am saying all the logic in the class, nobody will have any doubt. But if you don't do the recording of the class, 90% of student will face problems in simple issues. If you don't want that, then after the class, your param dharam, first priority is to do the recordings, because my brain level and your brain level is equal, but I have 20-25 years of experience which you don't have. That's a very big difference. So everything, any plus minus division or anything, I am saying with logic. If you understand that logic, the chapter becomes very simple. But if you want to mug up, then every next question will be a problem. And my guarantee, if somebody think in the class, I am very below average student, my guarantee that student will not have any question. And if somebody is a champion, thinking process is like that, then also you will enjoy whatever explanation I am giving, because I am explaining everything from very, very base level, all the things in a very crystal clear way. I am not praising myself, but मेरे को मालूम है कि मैं जितने अच्छे से ये पढ़ा सकता हूं, बहुत मुश्किल से कोई मिलेगा जो ऐसे पढ़ा पाएगा. Whatever examples and all that we will be discussing, not written in any book. Neither Kaplan, neither BPP, neither Study Hub. These are all, और मैंने कुछ सोचा भी नहीं है पहले से ऐसे. मैं बोलते बोलते feeling आते जाएगा. While teaching in the class, I will be bringing feeling. That feeling is on the spur of the moment. That is not written anywhere. So for that reason, you will not find those examples anywhere written. But those are very, very simple examples which will help you to understand the topic. समझ में एक बार आ गया, रिकॉर्डिंग कर लिए, क्लास में मैं करते करते कुछ क्वेश्चंस भी डिस्कस करूंगा, वो क्वेश्चंस का भी रिकॉर्डिंग किए, उन क्वेश्चन को लिख के सॉल्व किए. लिख के मतलब पेन एंड पेपर नहीं, लाइक सादाब हैज टेकन प्रिंट आउट, नॉट टू बी टेकन प्रिंट आउट. हाथ जोड़कर फिर से गिनती है. इफ द प्रिंट आउट इज टेकन थ्रू आउट ऑफ द विंडो, स्टडी एवरीथिंग ऑन स्क्रीन. व्हाट यू आर डूइंग इन एनी ऑफिस, Sadhab is working somewhere, what he is doing? On screen working. Study should be on screen. No printout, nothing, no pen, paper. Whatever you will do, the sums which I will be doing in the class, you will do on Word file, Excel file. You will open the question on screen. You will write the answer on screen, everything. You need to develop this habit from the first day. You need to change yourself. If you don't change, God will give you punishment. You will not be able to perform in the exam properly. So you need to change your habit from the first day. Now, earnings per share IAS 33. I said in the last class, whether we talk of Ind AS, Indian Accounting Standards, whether we talk of US GAAP or IFRS, for this IFRS is not published. Old IAS is IFRS only. IAS 33. Earnings per share. The accounting body of the world are common in this area. There is no difference in any other accounting. आप जो पढ़ रहे हैं वो यूएस गैप इंडियन अकाउंटिंग भी हो जा रहा है, सेम है, कोई डिफरेंस नहीं. सेम अकाउंटिंग नॉर्म एवरीवेयर इन द वर्ल्ड. इन अ कंपनी, माय कंपनी, मी एंड माय वाइफ इज द शेयर होल्डर. In a company like Reliance, State Bank, ICICI Bank, any company which are listed in the stock exchange, million, trillion are the shareholders. The company is earning for the shareholders. So how much company is generating earnings for the shareholders is a very important aspect for everybody. In my company, Saraf Academy, I need to check. In my company, how much earnings per share we are generating. In Reliance ITC, if I want to buy shares, I need to check what is the earnings per share for the shareholders. If I am already the existing shareholder of Reliance ITC, I need to see that whether they are generating proper earnings per share so that I will remain as a shareholder. Otherwise, I should sell out. If I am a banker, I want to give loan to any company. I need to see how much earnings the company is generating per share. If I am a supplier, I need to supply goods to that company which are generating good earnings. So the accounting body has made a rule that how we can calculate earnings per share. What is the logical system to apply for calculating earnings per share? That we are going to study in next 3 hours. The topic will finish today only. Earnings per share in next 3 hours we are going to finish. If we go technical wise, they are saying there are 2 types of earnings per share. Basic earnings per share, diluted earnings per share. When I'm explaining something is coming in your mind. You want to ask, you can chat here. Don't unmute yourself. I will see your question. When the time comes, I will reply. If you can't wait, you can unmute yourself, you can ask. But I will give ample of time to ask questions. Let me explain something. Let me go into rhythm. Let me explain with examples. You will think, what is basic? Arey, abhi maine bola kahan? Let me give some time. I don't want to go very fast, very slow. आस्ते आस्ते हौले हौले लोरी सुनाते हुए नींद नहीं आएगी, मजा आएगा. लेकिन आप you need to give me time to explain the concept. So earnings per share, there are two types of earnings per share: basic earnings per share, diluted earnings per share. Under basic earnings per share, there is a full market value, there is a bonus issue, there is a rights issue. And under diluted earnings per share, there is a term called adjusted earnings. That's the entire chapter. These are the areas which we're going to discuss. For understanding whatever is written in the notes generally. Suppose in my company, Saraf Gurukul Private Limited, Saraf Academy is the brand name. Saraf Gurukul Private Limited. In my company, the number of shares are 10,000. 5,000 shares with Prakash Saraf, 5,000 shares with Vidisha Saraf. Per share value each 10. Face value of share is 10 rupees. So in my balance sheet, Saraf Gurukul Private Limited, you will find share capital written 10,000 into 10, 1 lakh. I'm saying fact. I'm not making any story. Fact. मेरे कंपनी में शेयर कैपिटल 1 lakh rupees है. When we discussed in the last class, the balance sheet format, first of all assets, non-current, current assets, then the liability, under liability, equity, under equity, the first item, share capital. So in Saraf Academy, it is 10,000 into 10, 1 lakh. But in the Saraf Academy, Saraf Gurukul Private Limited, other than share capital, there is retained earnings. Retained earnings means my company, Saraf Gurukul Private Limited, we established in 2007. I don't remember exact date. So 7 to 2024, it's 17 years. Since the inception, we are generating some profit every year. So we generated income in 77, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All the 17 years total earnings in the Saraf Academy, it's called retained earnings in the balance sheet. That is also a part of equity in the balance sheet. Under equity, share capital, retained earnings. Retained earnings is after deducting all the expenses. Whatever the profit left, it's called retained. Rakha hua hai, retained. With that retained, I will add next year retained earnings, next year earnings. Like I said in the previous class, there was a statement of changes in equity. Under statement of changes in equity, the column where share capital, retained earnings, share premium, revaluation, different columns were there. In the retained earning, the column watch in the retained earning, opening retained earning, add profit for the year. From the PL account, you are getting profit for the year. That profit for the year is added to opening retained earning. And then after adding, it becomes closing retained earning. That is recorded in the balance sheet under equity. Say hypothetical example. Suppose in Saraf Academy, in 24, March 24, year ending, 1st April 2023, the retained earning of last 16 years, it's say 40 lakh. The retained earnings of last 16 years is say 40 lakh. And in the current year, Saraf Academy generated income after paying tax, say 5 lakh. So my retained earning becomes 40 lakh plus 5 lakh, 45 lakh. From profit and loss account, I am getting 5 lakh. In the statement of changes in equity, I am starting with opening retained earning 40 lakh. I am adding profit for the year 5 lakh. So becomes 45 lakh. And that 45 lakh I am writing in the balance sheet under equity retained earning 45 lakh. This thing which I am saying, You will be able to understand better when in the last class it was requested to you to prepare the format. Don't write any figures. Balance sheet ka format, PL account, statement of changes in equity format. Prepare the format, then attend the next class. If you have not done, you must be feeling something miss. That cannot be removed because you are started doing backlog. That you are not doing whatever is asked to do in the last 3 days. So there is no solution. You should not be doing like Sadab, that you will be referring the entire material. Arey bhai, jo bola wo karna hai yaar. Whatever is taught, that you complete. Why you start doing something which is not taught? You cannot understand that. तो मैंने बोला था फॉर्मेट बनाने के लिए, नहीं बनाए तो अब बना लीजिएगा. Somebody is already very good understanding of the format. Though they don't need to prepare the format. उनको फॉर्मेट बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है. क्यों बनाएंगे वो लोग? उनको आता है, मेरे को क्यों बनाना है? तो मैं जब बोल रहा हूं उनको समझ में भी आ रहा है कि पीएल अकाउंट्स, रेवेन्यू माइनस कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सोल्ड, ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट, एडमिन, सेलिंग, ऑपरेटिंग इनकम, टैक्सेस, इंटरेस्ट, पीएटी. That PAT is profit for the year. Then a statement of changes in equity, the opening retained earning, add PAT, become closing. That is written in the balance sheet under equity. We are talking about the profit which is generated by the company during the year. We are not talking about accumulated retained earnings. Profit generated during the year. So I gave example that Saraf Gurukul Private Limited, Saraf Academy, generated in 23-24 after paying tax profit of 5 lakh. And the number of shares in Saraf Academy is 10,000. So 5 lakh divided by 10,000 becomes earnings per share of Saraf Gurukul Private Limited for the year March 2024. For the year, the earnings per share in Saraf Academy, 5 lakh divided by 10,000. How much it will come? 5 lakh divided by 10,000. How much will be the earnings per share? 50. This is not a story. Maybe my profit is not 5 lakh, 540, 530. I don't remember, man. After paying tax and all that, 5 to 10 lakh we are earning. So we can say that my earnings per share is 50. We need to discuss this in the entire curriculum, in the entire chapter. This is a very basic example. The profit of the company will be divided by number of shares. Then it is called earnings per share. This earnings per share should continuously be increasing. The company should be generating more and more earnings per share for their shareholder. When they are generating more earnings, they are doing good business. They will be able to satisfy their shareholder. They will be able to pay their liabilities, the bank loan, interest and all that. They will be able to pay the suppliers because their business is growing. Their earnings per share is growing. For that reason, the earnings per share is calculated. But this type of question will not be asked to a bacha also. This is very simple, silly than what we are going to study. The one thing, in addition to this, in this I am adding some extra portion. Maybe during the year in Saraf Academy, we have issued some additional shares to Prakash and Vidisha only. We are not giving shares to anybody. You will say why? Suppose in Saraf Academy, we want to purchase a new tuition center. Suppose in Saraf Academy, we want to purchase some IT things, computer, camera, laptop and all that. You will say, you must have money in the business. Suppose nahi hai mere paas yaar. Paise cash or bank mein nahi hai. So I want money in my business to grow. So I have issued shares in a private company to Prakash and Vidisha only. They purchased the shares of the company. They have given further money to the company. And that money the company has invested in the assets. So in the beginning of the year, there was 10,000 shares. But after 4 months during the year, 4,000 shares further issued. In the beginning of the year, there were 10,000 shares. And during the year, 4,000 shares issued after 4 months. Now we need to calculate earnings per share. Suppose the profit is still 5 lakh, 5 lakh 50. But now we will divide for earnings per share. The number of shares will be 10,000, which is beginning number of shares. The number of shares should be 14,000, which is ending year number of shares. Or the number of shares should be average number of shares, which is average of 10 to 14. Anybody can say anything, but we need to apply the logic. What the accounting body has given the logic, that I am saying. 10,000 shares were there from beginning till the end, entire 12 months. So for 10,000 shares, whatever money is there in the business, that money was used for the entire year. But 4,000 shares are issued after 4 months. So 4,000 shares money used in the business for 8 months, because the additional shares were issued after 4 months. So those additional shares money was used in the business to generate earnings only for 8 months. So in the numerator, when you are taking earnings profit, you are taking the profit which is generated on 10,000 shares money for whole year, and you are taking the profit on 4,000 shares only for 8 months, because that money you received after 4 months. So the accounting body said that when on 4,000 shares we generated income for 8 months, why not we take the number of shares 4,000 only for 8 months? 8 months income, 8 months shares. So the accounting body said that we should not be taking opening number of shares. We should not be taking closing number of shares. We should be taking average number of shares. And average is weighted average. The weight will be time period. For 10,000 shares, the time period is entire 12 months. But for 4,000 shares, the time period is only out of 12, 8 months. For 10,000 shares, the weight is 12 by 12. Out of 12 months, they were there for 12 months. For 4,000 shares, the weight is 8 by 12. Out of 12 months, they were the share for 8 months. So weighted average number of shares, 10,000 into 12 by 12 plus 4,000 into 8 by 12. You will say, sir, why you are not writing? I will write. Don't worry. There are so many examples given. Try to digest. I'm very slow. I'm taking very, very simple example. I'm not taking 9,230 shares. Not like that. 10,000 shares from beginning till the end. Entire 12 months. And 8,000 shares for 8 months. For 10,000 shares, the weight, time weight. Weight is based on time, 12 by 12. But for 8,000 shares, the weight is 8 by 12. So 10,000 into 12 by 12 is 10,000. 4,000 into 8 by 12. 4,000 into 2 by 3. 8 by 12 means 2 by 3. 4,000 into 2 by 3 is how much? 4,000 into 8 by 12 will be how much? Can anybody say? So we are saying the weighted average number of shares for the year is 10,000 into 12 by 12 plus 4,000 into 8 by 12. It's called 12,667 shares. I'm eliminating the decimal part, rounding off to 2667. So 12,667 shares. The number of shares never in the year was 12,667. It was at the beginning of the year 10,000. It was at the end of the year 14,000. But for calculating EPS, we will take 12,667 shares. Why? Because on the 4,000 shares, we have not generated income for 12 months. We have generated income for 8 months. So the number of shares will also be considered for 8 months. So the profit of the company will be divided by 12,667 shares, and it will be giving you earnings per share. Normally, if they give questions in the exams, they will definitely give information where the number of shares are changing during the year. They are not remaining same from beginning till the end. So you need to do some working relating to weighted average number of shares. The weight is based on time. The same calculation of weighted average number of shares we can do in a different way. What is the different way? For first 4 months, out of 12 months, for first 4 months, the number of shares was 10,000. And for the next 8 months, after 4 months, the number of shares were 14,000. 10,000 into 4 by 12 plus 14,000 into 8 by 12. 10,000 into 4 by 12 plus 14,000 into 8 by 12. This will also give you 12,667 only. So it's just this. Either you do the calculation 12,000 into 12 by 12 plus 4,000 into 8 by 12, or you do the calculation 10,000 into 12 by 12, sorry, 4 by 12 plus 14,000 into 8 by 12. Both are same. Focus. In the first case, you are considering 4,000 for 8 months. In the second case also, you are considering for 8 months. You are considering 10,000 into 4 by 12. Then you are considering 14,000 into 8 by 12. In 14, 10,000 is there and 4,000 is also there. 2 plus 3 is 5. 3 plus 2 is also 5. Doesn't matter. What is 3,333, Sadab? I'm not getting. What is 3,333? You were saying 10,000 into 4 by 12 is 3,333. And then plus 14,000 into 8 by 12 is 9,334. So the total is coming 12,667. Okay, sir. Chalega, sir. I was thinking that how you are getting that. But I'm saying that both is allowed. Which one you all are liking? The first one, 10,000 into 12 by 12 plus 4,000 into 8 by 12. Or the second one, 10,000 into 4 by 12 plus 14,000 into 8 by 12. Which one you are liking? Anyone? Most of the student will say the first one. Hana? But I will advise follow the second one. You will say why? That I will be able to clear you in next 1 hour. Then you will understand why. Because when I will introduce further cumbersome thing into this, then the second way calculation becomes easier. The first way becomes difficult, which I will be go on giving proof in next 1 hour. Just for the time being, I said 10,000 into 12 by 12 plus 14,000 into 8 by 12. So this is coming 12,667. Or I am saying 10,000 into 4 by 12 plus 14,000 plus 14,000 into 8 by 12. The 10,000 is here taken once. Here 10,000 for 4 months and then for 8 months. So 10,000 total 12 months is taken. And the 4,000 only for 8 months, here also for 8 months. So there is no difference in the calculation. Both will give you same. I am advising the second one is preferred. But still examiner is not concerned how you are giving the answer. They will be giving you marks in practical life, in exam, by both the way. But the second one is preferred. I will be able to explain in next 1 hour. Whole share is 10,000, sir. At the beginning of the year, Prakash और विदिशा के पास 10,000 शेयर था. फिर हमने 4 महीने बाद कंपनी में पैसे की जरूरत थी, तो प्रकाश और विदिशा को 4,000 शेयर दिया गया. दोनों को 2,000 और उन्होंने पैसे कंपनी को दिए. तो 4 मंथ्स के बाद कंपनी में 14,000 शेयर हो गया. ये मैंने एग्जांपल दिया है सर. क्या रोहित जी आप क्या सोच रहे मालूम नहीं है. मेरा एग्जाम्पल में मैंने ऐसा बोला है. एग्जाम्पल कुछ भी हो सकता है सर. इट इज जस्ट एन हाइपोथेटिकल एग्जाम्पल कि इन द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द ईयर इन द कंपनी 10,000 शेयर्स. Then after 4 months, the company issue further 4,000 shares. So for the year, for 4 months, there were 10,000 shares. And after 4 months, there were 14,000 shares. That is my example. Hypothetical example I am taking. But why you are saying this, I am not understanding. अब कुछ बोल तो लो भाई, क्या बोलना चाह रहे हो यार? क्या रोहित जी? ठीक है, अभी तो मैं तो 20 बार बोल रहा हूं यार, मैं तो नेट स्लो की बात नहीं कर रहा। तो आप अनम्यूट क्यों नहीं कर रहे अपने आप को सर? टाइप करने में टाइम लगता है ना, बोलिए ना सर, हम लोग सुनेंगे सब कोई, क्या बोलना है।
सर एक्चुअली बीच बीच में जब भी आप थोड़ा कुछ बोल रहे हो फिर नेट फॉरवर्ड हो जा रहा है, तो बार बार मेरे को थोड़ा बीच बीच का वो हो जा रहा है। मैं रिकॉर्डिंग में चेक कर लूंगा, ऐसा प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, पर मेरे को
नहीं,
वही
नहीं,
लगा
हम
कि
लोग
आपने
समझते
एक
हैं।
बार
मैं ये जो 10 और 4 वाला बात है, ये ऑलरेडी मैं 10 मिनट से बोल रहा हूँ। पहले मैंने बोला, दोबारा बोला,
हाँ
फिर मैंने बोला मैं लिख रहा नहीं हूँ, लिखूंगा, मैंने बोला, फिर मैं लिखा, फिर उसके बाद फिर एग्जाम्पल दिए। तो अगर रिकॉर्डिंग में कुछ मान लीजिए नेट गड़बड़ी में एक ही बात को 5 बार बोल रहा हूं कम से कम, तो इसीलिए ये समझना अभी जरूरी है, बाद की बात बाद में।
एक्चुअली
हाँ,
हाँ ओके, मेरे को क्या लगा पहले 10,000 शेयर थे तो फिर आपने शेयर सेल किया तो उसमें से 4,000 चल जाएगा ना, तो एक्चुअल 14,000 कहाँ से आएगा? एक्चुअल में तो अपने पास 10,000 शेयर ही है, तो उसका जब हम लोग 4,000 सेल कर देंगे न्यू ट्यूशन क्लासेस परचेस करने के लिए, मतलब अपने पास कैश नहीं है, तो मेरे को वैसा लगा। तो आपने बताया कि अलग से मतलब फिर वो 4,000 और आपने मतलब और हो गया, ऐड हो गया, जैसे एग्जाम्पल के हिसाब से
आप
मैं
कुछ
ऐसे
गलत
सोच रहा
गलत
था।
बोल रहे हैं, मैंने ऐसा कुछ नहीं बोला है, मेरा बात फिर से सुन लीजिए, आप ठीक
ओके
से नहीं
ओके
समझ रहे हैं, सॉरी सर। मैं तो ऐसे ही एक एग्जाम्पल दिया कि कंपनी को पैसे की जरूरत है, एग्जाम्पल कुछ भी हो सकता है। कोई भी कंपनी शेयर इशू करेगी तो पैसे चाहिए ना। A company will get money by 2 sources, either from the shareholder और फ्रॉम आउटसाइडर एज अ लोन, और दूसरा कोई तरीका नहीं है। हम अभी शेयर से पैसे की बात कर रहे हैं, तो कंपनी को कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट, कोई भी काम के लिए पैसे चाहिए, सराफ गुरुकुल नहीं, दुनिया की कोई भी कंपनी। तो कंपनी जब शेयर होल्डर, कोई भी जन जिसको शेयर देगी वो लोग पैसे देंगे। हमें ये मतलब नहीं हो प्रकाश है कि विदिशा है कि राहुल है कि कौन है, कोई भी जन जिसको हम शेयर देंगे। कंपनी में 10,000 शेयर कहां से आया? किसी ना किसी को तो हमने शेयर दिए होंगे तब आया ना। ट्यूशन फीस के बदले शेयर नहीं दे रहे हैं। राहुल मेरे को शेयर का पैसा नहीं दे रहा है, वो तो ट्यूशन फीस दे रहा है। राहुल इज नॉट गिविंग मी शेयर्स मनी। राहुल इज नॉट द ओनर ऑफ सराफ एकेडमी। राहुल इज a customer. He joined the classes. He is giving me tuition fees. Rahul is not the shareholder. The company's owner are the shareholder. तो मैंने ऐसे एग्जाम्पल लिया कि प्रकाश और विदिशा ने कंपनी को 4,000 शेयर्स के बदले पैसा दिया। आप रिलायंस है, आईटीसी है, हिंदुस्तान यूनिलीवर है, कोई भी कंपनी, कंपनी को पैसे चाहिए, कंपनी मार्केट में शेयर इशू कर रही है, शेयर होल्डर लोग वो शेयर खरीदेंगे, उसके बदले पैसा कंपनी को देंगे। अभी कल मार्केट में 2 दिन से इशू आया हुआ है, बजाज हाउसिंग फाइनेंस लिमिटेड, शेयर इशू आया था
हाँ
कुछ
यस सर,
70 रुपए में, और मार्केट में दाम
हाँ
185 रुपए हो गया है। वो शेयर कौन लिया?
190
वो कौन लिया वो शेयर?
हाँ
जब इतना
जो
समझते हैं
मतलब
तो फिर समझिए ना,
इन्वेस्टर मतलब
घर खरीदने वाला थोड़ी
नहीं,
ना।
मतलब मुझे सर क्या लगा 10,000,
देखिए
नहीं
क्या
मुझे क्या
लगा, ये
लगा
बात में नहीं
10,000
जाती।
पहले से ही उसमें
एक
से इशू
सेकंड, एक
किया,
सेकंड, मेरा,
न्यू इशू किया।
मैं बोल रहा हूं क्या लगा, अगर
ओके
गलत लगा तो उसको कंफ्यूज नहीं करिए क्लास में। अभी ठीक समझिए कि कंपनी
ओके ओके
कस्टमर से शेयर का पैसा नहीं ले रही है।
हाँ
कंपनी जिनको शेयर इशू कर रही है, जिनको हम लोग शेयर होल्डर बोलते हैं, कंपनी के ओनर बोलते हैं, उनको शेयर दिया गया, उनसे पैसा लिया गया, वो पैसा बिजनेस में आया और वो पैसा बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए यूज किया जा रहा है। तो मैंने ऐसे एग्जांपल दे दिया, कंप्यूटर, लैपटॉप, जस्ट फॉर द सेक ऑफ बेटर अंडरस्टैंडिंग। तो आप उसमें नमक मिर्चा लगाकर कुछ और ही बोल रहे हैं कि मैंने ट्यूशन फीस दिया, शेयर मिला। यहाँ ट्यूशन फीस के बदले शेयर कब से देने लग गए हम? कोई भी स्टूडेंट
नहीं
ट्यूशन
नहीं
फीस दिए।
सर,
हाँ,
ओके एक्चुअली मुझे क्या लगा वो 10,000 शेयर है उसमें से आपने इशू किया, जबकि आपने न्यू इशू किया 4,000, तभी जाके 14,000 हुआ। अभी मैं क्लियर हो गया सर,
अगर कंपनी का शेयर
क्लियर हो गया।
लोगों को दिया हुआ है तो उसमें से कैसे इशू कर देंगे सर? वो तो ऑलरेडी दिया हुआ है
वही
लोग।
मिस्टेक, हाँ वही वो मिस्टेक थी वही, तो तभी 4,000 और आ गया,
अब
न्यू
से
इशू हुआ।
से हम लोग क्या बात करेंगे, एक और स्टूडेंट है, अभी वो क्लास में नहीं है बिकॉज उनका एफआर हो गया है, क्या नाम है, स्वरूप दत्ता। वो हर समय बोलेंगे सर हम ये सोच रहे थे, जो सोच रहे थे वो ठीक हो गया, अब उसको क्लास में डिस्कस नहीं करेंगे। आप सीधा सीधी बोलिए सर अब समझ में आ गया, बस। नहीं तो कंफ्यूज
हाँ
होता
सर,
है
समझ
दूसरा
में आ
जन,
गया।
क्योंकि आपका गलती मान लीजिए कुछ है तो वो दूसरा जन भी वैसे ही पकड़ने लग जाता है, फिर वो 2 दिन बाद फिर पूछेगा सर कस्टमर को, इसीलिए नहीं चाह रहे हैं, है ना। तो मैंने बोला है कोई भी कंपनी में एग्जाम्पल छोटा छोटा ले रहा हूं, 10,000 शेयर, 4,000, आई एम नॉट टेकिंग 1 करोड़ शेयर, 5 करोड़ शेयर, 50 करोड़ शेयर्स, बिकॉज फिर कैलकुलेशन को समझने में असुविधा होगी। सिंपल कैलकुलेशन समझते हैं, बड़ा बड़ा आते रहेगा क्वेश्चन में, क्या प्रॉब्लम है। ये एक स्टोरी हुआ कि ड्यूरिंग द ईयर नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स में चेंजेस आया, लेकिन नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स में चेंजेस इज पॉसिबल बाय 3 ways. One is a normal issue, which is this one, at a normal price. One is rights issue and one is bonus issue. फॉर दैट रीजन आप देखिए फुल मार्केट इश्यू, बोनस इश्यू, राइट्स इश्यू, तीनों अलग अलग दिया हुआ है। अभी मैंने ये एग्जांपल कवर किया है, फुल मार्केट इश्यू मतलब कंपनी ने एडिशनल शेयर जो इश्यू किया पूरा नॉर्मल दाम पे इश्यू किया। बोनस शेयर मतलब कंपनी इज गिविंग शेयर्स फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट टू शेयर होल्डर्स। शेयर दे रहे हैं, पैसा नहीं ले रहे हैं, फ्री में शेयर दे रहे हैं। एग्जाम्पल, मेरे पास रिलायंस इंडस्ट्रीज का शेयर है, कुछ 1-1.5 साल पहले, मेरे को हो सकता है 8 महीना पहले, रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री से नया कंपनी बनाया रिलायंस जियो, और वो जियो फाइनेंशियल का शेयर्स रिलायंस शेयर होल्डर को फ्री में मिला, कोई पैसा नहीं देना पड़ा। जितना शेयर्स आपके पास रिलायंस इंडस्ट्री का था उतना ही शेयर आपको रिलायंस जियो का मिल गया। मेरे पास रिलायंस का भी शेयर हो गया और जियो का भी हो गया। वो जियो का शेयर का दाम अभी 450 रुपया करीब है, एग्जैक्टली नहीं मालूम है, 400, 450 होगा, 370 होगा से 400, मतलब मेरे पास 400 का शेयर फ्री में, पैसा नहीं दिया मैंने। मेरे पास जितना भी रिलायंस का शेयर है दैट कंपनी हैज गिवन मी, उसके बदले एक और दूसरा कंपनी का शेयर। रिलायंस ने अपना थोड़ा सा फाइनेंसिंग बिजनेस वगैरह दूसरा वेंचर में डाल दिया, उसका एक नया कंपनी नाम दे दिया रिलायंस जियो, जियो फाइनेंशियल, और उसका शेयर सभी शेयर होल्डर को फ्री में दे दिया। बोनस शेयर का मतलब ऐसे ये नहीं है, इट इज जस्ट दैट द शेयर होल्डर्स आर गेटिंग विदाउट पेइंग एनी मनी। अभी हम लोग एग्जाम्पल दिए थे कि 4,000 शेयर का पैसा हमने दिया है, अब मैं एग्जाम्पल ले रहा हूं पैसा नहीं देना है। बट बोनस शेयर का बेसिक एग्जाम्पल क्या है, when a company do business in the entire year, then at the end of the year the company want to distribute their earnings to shareholders. अगर मेरे पास कोई भी कंपनी का शेयर्स है तो वो कंपनी साल के एंड में जो भी प्रॉफिट वगैरह कमाएगी वो उसमें से डिविडेंड देगी। The shareholders generally get dividend at the end of the year based on the earnings of the company. But if the company will pay dividend to shareholders, then the money from the business will be going out. मान लीजिए सराफ एकेडमी में 5 लाख रुपया प्रॉफिट हुआ और 5 लाख प्रॉफिट में से कंपनी शेयर होल्डर को 4 लाख डिविडेंड दे रही है, तो कंपनी के कैश और बैंक बैलेंस में से 5 लाख में से 4 लाख चला जाएगा, which is given to shareholders as dividend. Now the cash and bank balance is only 1 lakh. Company don't want to do that because company want to invest that 5 lakh in the business only. So if they want to give dividend, they cannot. But if they don't give dividend, then they can use the money in the business. लेकिन अगर हम लोग शेयर होल्डर को कुछ देंगे ही नहीं तो why they will remain invested in the company? अगर हम लोग शेयर होल्डर को साल के एंड में डिविडेंड वगैरह नहीं देंगे, they will not remain invested. वो कंपनी का शेयर बेच देंगे। तो हम लोग शेयर होल्डर को बेनिफिट देने के लिए क्या करेंगे, हम उनको बोलेंगे वी आर नॉट गिविंग यू कैश डिविडेंड, वी आर गिविंग यू डिविडेंड इन द फॉर्म ऑफ शेयर्स। That means we are giving you shares for which you don't need to give me money. हम आपको शेयर फ्री में बोनस शेयर दे रहे हैं. तो सराफ एकेडमी ने प्रकाश और विदिशा को 1000 बोनस शेयर दे दिया. उसका पैसा सराफ एकेडमी को हम लोग को नहीं देना है. हमारे पास 5000 शेयर्स था, 1000 बोनस मिलने से हो गया 6000. ये जो 1000 बोनस सराफ एकेडमी ने प्रकाश और विदिशा को दिया, for that Prakash and Vidisha is not paying any money to the company. Now when there is no money in the business, how the business will grow? पहले जो एग्जांपल था 4000 शेयर्स, उसका पैसा बिजनेस में आया, so the business started earnings more. But बोनस शेयर का पैसा कंपनी में नहीं आया, so how the business will grow? पैसा तो नहीं आया, शेयर होल्डर के पास नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स गॉन अप, but the company is not getting any money to increase the business. So the company's earnings is not going up. The accounting body is saying that in the beginning, the number of shares was 10,000. After some months, the company give bonus shares of 2,000. So at the end of the year, the number of shares are 12,000. Suppose the bonus shares are issued after 6 months. 10,000 shares at the beginning and 2,000 bonus shares are issued after 6 months. So as per the previous logic, we should be doing 10,000 into 12 by 12 plus 2,000 into 6 by 12. But this logic is not applicable now, because for the bonus shares, the company has not received any money. So there is no increment in the earnings of the company. So even though the bonus shares are issued after 6 months, they will be considered as from the beginning of the year. हम लोग बोनस शेयर को कहां से इश्यू मानेंगे? जब भी इश्यू हुआ साल के बिगिनिंग से. बोलेगा क्यों? भैया ऊपर में हमने क्या एग्जांपल लिया कि ऑन 4000 शेयर्स वी स्टार्टेड अर्निंग्स फॉर 8 months. So we are taking 4000 shares for 8 months. Now we are saying that on 2000 shares we have never started any earning, because 2000 shares is not giving any money. No utilization of funds, no increase in business. The 2000 shares is not giving additional earnings. Earnings remain same, which is there on 10,000, which is also there on 2000. ये 2000 शेयर बाद में आया हो, लेकिन 10,000 शेयर का पैसा पे जो अर्निंग शुरू से चल रहा है, 2000 का शेयर्स पे भी अर्निंग शुरू से ही चल रहा है, बिकॉज 2000 पे कोई पैसा आया ही नहीं. So when this 10,000 shares is from beginning, why not this 2000 shares will also be from beginning? इसको हम लोग 6 by 12 क्यों करेंगे? यहां पर we earn for 8 months, so we are taking 8 months. For these shares we earn for 12 months, so these will be taken 12 months only. For bonus shares, the date of issue is irrelevant. For bonus shares, they will be assumed from the beginning. So the total number of shares is 12,000. So when you calculate EPS, the profit will be divided by 12,000. Now there is a problem. Current year, the earnings per share is calculated by 12,000 shares. Last year, the earnings per share was calculated by 10,000 shares, because last year bonus was not there. This year bonus arises. So last year earnings per share say 60 rupees. And the current year, because of bonus, the earnings per share is say 50 rupees. Everybody will say that the company is doing bad. Their earnings per share has gone down. But think about Prakash Saraf. Last year maybe my earnings per share was 60. I had 5,000 shares. So my portion of total earnings was 5,000 into 60, 3 lakh. This year, earnings per share is say 50. But this year, the number of shares Prakash Saraf is having 6,000, 5,000 plus 1,000. And 6,000 into 50 is still 3 lakh. The per share earning is 60 to 50. But the total earnings for Prakash Saraf is same only. And most of the time, if you calculate total earnings, it will be greater than 3 lakh. This is an hypothetical example, 60-50. If I will say that the current year earnings per share is 52, then in that case, it is 6,000 into 52, 3,10,000. So last year, Prakash Saraf earnings from the company was 3 lakh. And this year, the earnings is 3,10,000. So where the earnings has gone down, it has not gone down, it has gone up. Why it is coming less? Because of the bonus share. For bonus share, the shareholder has not paid anything. Free का free earnings हमको मिल रहा है, free का share मिल रहा है. So the accounting body said that when the bonus share is there, the last year EPS, which we calculated at the rate of 50, divided the profit last year by 10,000. For comparative purpose, the current year EPS is calculated based on 12,000. The last year EPS we will recalculate for comparative purpose by dividing by 12,000. मतलब हम बोलेंगे current year का earnings 50. Last year का earning को हम 60 नहीं बोलेंगे. Last year का profit को हम bonus share जो इस बार issue हुआ है, उसको लेकर EPS निकालेंगे. So that we can do a meaningful comparison. Meaningful comparison means the earnings per share has not gone down. It has gone up. Last year bonus was not there. Current year bonus is there. Current year EPS is lesser. But if this bonus which happened in the current year, if that would have been considered last year also, then the EPS of last year would be lower and the current year is higher. Whenever the bonus shares is there, they will be considered from the beginning. And whenever bonus shares is there, you need to recalculate the earnings per share of last year. Say for example, some examples we are doing on whatever discussion we have done up till now. Slowly, no fast pace, slowly. Robert had 6,000 ordinary shares in issue on 1st January 2013. So their year beginning starts from January, 6,000 shares at the beginning. The beginning year will be January, will be 1st April, will be 1st June, will be 1st September, anything, sir. Don't go with the preconceived notion, it will be 1st April or 1st January only. Be focused, dates and all that. So 6,000 shares from 1st January beginning. On 1st April, the company issued 1,500 shares at full market value, not a bonus, at normal price. The company's earnings for the year ending December 13 is 1,200. Calculate the earnings per share for the year. So the profit is 1,200 will be divided by weighted average number of shares. At the beginning of the year, 6,000 shares. And after 3 months, it is 7,500 shares, 1,500 more. So the weighted average number of shares, 6,000 into 3 by 12 plus 7,500 into 9 by 12. Or the calculation which you are liking, 6,000 into 12 by 12 plus 1,500 into 9 by 12. Both will come same only. Whatever the weighted average number of shares will come, divide 1,200 profit, we will get basic earnings per share. There is no requirement to make a table. You can, because in the exam, generally multiple choice. In IFRS, you need to show the calculation. You can show a table, or you can straight away do the calculation like 6,000 into 3 by 12, 7,500, 9 by 12, or 6,000 into 12 by 12, and then plus 1,500 into 9 by 12, the way you like, sir. You want to make a table, original share for 3 months, then after 1,500 for 9 months, multiplied by this, which is in a table normally, or like this, the way you like. Nobody is questioning you. Which one is right? Everything is right. The weighted average number of shares is coming 7125. The profit is 1200. Divide karne se it is coming 0.168. Like in India, we say 1 rupee is 100 paise. In global level, $1 is 100 cents. So 0.168 means 16.8 cents. 16.8 cents. So for that reason, it is written 16.8. You can write $0.168, वो भी चलेगा. But generally, it is written 0.168 means 16.8 cents. So this is a normal issue at a full price, and then we are getting the earnings per share. In case of bonus issue, the same example. Beginning share 6,000, 1st April, issue 1,500 shares, 1 for 4 bonus. 1 for 4 means for 6,000 shares, the company is giving bonus. For every 4 share, 1 share bonus. So for 6,000 shares, 6,000 by 4 into 1, 1,500 bonus shares. In case of Reliance, I received the full share. Whatever the number of shares of Reliance, I received Reliance Jio का उतना ही share. Whatever. यहाँ पर 4 के बदले 1 share है. Which date they are issued? 1st April. I am not concerned. Because for bonus share, I am not getting any money. I am not getting, Rohit, what you are telling. 4 means? Okay. 1 for 4 means against 4 share, 1 bonus, 6,000 by 4 into 1, 1,500 bonus shares. Again, the profit is same, 1,200, asking EPS, earnings per share. Asking EPS, earnings per share. So we are saying 1,500 share will be considered from the beginning. 1,500 share will be considered from the beginning. No periodic factor required because 1,500 share not given any money. They will be considered from the beginning. So the total number of shares 7,500. Profit each 1,200. So basic EPS is 7,500 divided by 1,200. 7,500 divided. Now this is totally waste of time. Making a table 3 by 12, then same thing, 7,500 divided profit divided by this 16 cents, 0.16, 16 cents. Because the bonus shares are considered from the beginning of the year. Here, before proceeding, if I will give one example, 10,000 shares at the beginning, 2,000 shares, issued after 4 months. 4 months. Bonus shares issued after 6 months in the ratio 1:4. 1:4 means 1 share against 4 shares. 10,000 shares at the beginning, 2,000 shares after 4 months, and then bonus shares in the ratio of 1:4 after 6 months. 6 months means from the beginning. Suppose 1st January. Then after 4 months on 1st May, we have given 2,000 shares at a normal price. And then from 1st July after June, we are giving 1 for 4 bonus shares. So what is the weighted average number of shares? Weighted average number of shares, shortcut. Who will say wrong or right? I have mixed both the cases. The normal issue and the bonus issue both are mixed. दोनों को मिला दिया है. So Rahul is saying that, Rohit is saying that weighted average number of shares 48,000. Fantastic, sir. Okay, sir. Anybody? Afsana, Ankan, Anuradha, Ashish, anybody? एक बात सभी लोग सोच लीजिए, अगर एक बार वेटेड एवरेज नहीं निकालते हैं, 10,000 शेयर प्लस 2,000, 12,000 अगेंस्ट 4 देयर इज 1, सो 12,000 बाई 4 इंटू 1 इज 3,000, सो 12 प्लस 3 15 से ज्यादा तो हो ही नहीं सकता. If you don't apply weighted average, you take the closing shares, then also it is coming 15,000. So how we are saying for 48,000 and 40 money greater than 15,000, I don't understand at all. एवरेज तो बीच में होता है ना, 10 और 12 का एवरेज 10 और 12 के बीच में, 10 और 15 का एवरेज 10 और 15 के बीच में, वो 15 के ऊपर और 10 के नीचे कहां से चला जाएगा? Maybe there is a calculation mistake, but don't do the calculation mistake without running your brain. Don't give everything to the calculator. So the answer cannot be below 10,000 and beyond 15,000. Faiza, answer cannot be below 10,000 and beyond 15,000. Because at the beginning of the year, 10,000 shares. And at the end of the year, 15,000 shares. Average will be between them. It cannot be out of that. Average हर समय बीच में होता है, बाहर नहीं होता है. Simple concept. इतना सारा आंसर आ गया है. So let's see. We have said that कि bonus shares date we are not concerned. Bonus shares date we are not relevant because bonus shares is not giving you any money. ठीक है ना? So if you say 10,000 into 12 by 12, because the original 10,000 shares for entire 12 months, then we say 2,000 shares after 4 months. So 2,000 into 8 by 12. And then we say bonus shares, 12,000 into 1 by 4, which is 3,000 shares. And if we are doing this each 12 by 12, we are doing wrong. If we are doing 12 by 12, we are wrong. Please understand how I am getting 3,000. Before the bonus, the total number of shares 10 plus 2, 12,000. Against 4, 1 bonus shares. So for 12,000 into 1 by 4 is 3,000. And we are not concerned with date, so it is 12 by 12. But that is wrong. Why it is wrong? Please understand. This portion is wrong. ये वाला पोर्शन गलती है. क्यों गलती है? On 10,000 shares, the bonus shares will be considered for 12 months. But on 2,000 shares, the bonus shares will be considered from 4 months, after 4 months. Because this original share is giving you money after 4 months. So on this 2,000, the bonus shares, how it will be coming for first 4 months. तो आपको अगर सही करना है तो आपको क्या करना आएगा? आपको करना होगा 10,000 into 12 by 12. आप इसके ऊपर बोनस पहले ले लीजिए. 10,000 into 1 by 4, 2,500, which will be from beginning 12 by 12. फिर आप दूसरा शेयर लाइए, which is 2,000, issued for normal money 8 by 12. फिर आप इसके अंदर इसका बोनस 2,000 into 1 by 4, 500 into 8 by 12. तब आपका कहानी बनेगा. Because when the original share is coming from after 4 months, उसका बोनस, इंसान पैदा होगा तब तो उसका बच्चा आएगा ना. अगर इंसान आज पैदा हुआ है तो कल बच्चा आएगा ना. पहले ही कहां से आ जाएगा यार? प्रोडक्शन तो बाद में होएगा ना. So on this 2,000 shares, even though I am not concerned with date, but on this 2,000 shares, bonus cannot start from beginning. This share started from after 4 months. The bonus on that will also be after 4 months. तो अभी जो मैंने बोला था ना, I like the second calculation. You see why I like the second calculation. On 10,000, 1/4. Bonus is 1/4. So on 10,000, 1/4 is 2,500. This is bonus share on 10,000 shares. 10,000 shares from beginning. So bonus is also from beginning. 2,000 shares. On 2,000 share bonus 2,000 into 1/4. On 2,000 shares bonus is 1/4, 500. These 2,000 shares for 8 months. So bonus on this is also for 8 months. लेकिन क्लास के बाद अगर फिर से रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं करेंगे, फिर से इसको नहीं करेंगे, होएगा नहीं कोई भी सम। हर्ष जी, कोई भी सम होएगा नहीं, ये बात समझ लेना, ठीक है? अगर बात मानेंगे तो दिल से समझ में आएगा, दिल से। नहीं मानेंगे तो चाहे जितना ही पढ़ लीजिए, समझ में आएगा नहीं, और सारी किताबें कम पड़ जाएंगी सम करने के लिए। मेरे को लगता है इस चैप्टर में आदमी कितना सम करेगा? 5, 10 हो गया, थोड़ी ना 50 सम करेगा। वही बोनस, वही राइट, वही नॉर्मल इश्यू, बार बार वही फिगर्स अलग अलग, कितना सम करेगा? थोड़ा सा प्रैक्टिस करने के लिए 5, 10, 12 सम कर लेगा।
करेक्ट, थैंक यू सर।
नो प्रॉब्लम सर। दूसरा, 10,000 इंटू 4/12 प्लस 2,000 इंटू 2/12। नहीं, इसको 12 कर देते हैं, ठीक है? ये क्या हो रहा है? दूसरा कैलकुलेशन हो रहा है सर। पहले शुरू में 10,000 शेयर्स, सो 10,000 इंटू 4/12, फिर उसके बाद 12,000 शेयर्स, नया शेयर्स इशू फॉर 2,000 आफ्टर 4 मंथ्स, सो इट बिकम्स 12,000 शेयर्स। अब इसमें बोनस डालना है, दोनों जगह बोनस डालना है। यहां पर अगर ऐसा कर दें इंटू 5/4, और यहां भी कर दें इंटू 5/4, बोलेगा ये क्या किया आपने सर? ये क्या किया हमने सर? फाइव बाई फोर मीन्स एक्चुअली 12,500. 10,000 into 5/4, how much it will come? Anybody can calculate? 10,000 into 5/4, how much? इनवर्स वगैरह नहीं याद करेंगे सर, वो लॉजिक में दूंगा, बट 10,000 into 5/4 इज व्हाट? 12,500. सो मैंने इसको और इसको मिला दिया है, ठीक है? और 4 मंथ्स के लिए था, 4 मंथ्स, फिर 4 मंथ्स के बाद वो 12,000 शेयर हो गया। तो 10,000 तो इंटू 5/4 2,500, और 2,000 भी 5/4 500, और बस इसको 2 मंथ्स के बदले मैंने कर दिया 8 मंथ्स, बिकॉज नहीं तो मेरे को 6 मंथ्स और लिखना पड़ेगा। इन अ ईयर देयर आर इन टोटल 12 मंथ्स। फॉर द फर्स्ट 4 मंथ्स ऑन 10,000 आई एम कंसिडरिंग बोनस, एंड फॉर द 8 मंथ्स आई एम कंसिडरिंग बोनस ऑन एंटायर 12,000। आप एक ध्यान दीजिए, ऊपर जो टेबल बना हुआ, टेबल, वी आर सेइंग ओरिजिनल शेयर 10,000, ठीक है? वी आर सेइंग बोनस फैक्टर 5/4, वी आर सेइंग पीरियड इज 4/12, then we are saying 2,000 new shares, so the total become 12,000 shares. Then we are saying still 5/4, then we are saying 8/12. All are just the way of presenting your solution. I'm not liking this table and all that, if you ask me. भैया यही तो लिख रहे हैं, और क्या लिख रहे हैं? 10,000 into 5/4 into 4/12, 12,000 into 5/4 into 8/12. मैं ऐसा क्यों लिख रहा हूं? बिकॉज कापलान बोलता है आप ऐसा टेबल बनाइए, फ्रैक्शन, बोनस फ्रैक्शन, फ्रैक्शन ऑफ द ईयर 4/12, 8/12, बोनस फ्रैक्शन 5/4। आप ऐसा टेबल बनाइए। आप इसमें ऐसा भी कर सकते हैं, आप इसमें ऐसा भी कर सकते हैं, जैसे टेबल बना हुआ है 12,000 इंटू 2/12 ही रहने देते हैं, ठीक है। फिर उसके बाद बोनस शेयर्स कितना आया, 3000। तो टोटल कितना बन गया, 15,000। नाउ द बोनस फ्रैक्शन गॉन, bonus is already given, the bonus fraction gone, so now we are saying it is 6/12. It is just capitalization of profit, वो बात बाद में कर रहे हैं एक बार सुदीप जी, the accounting concept I am coming later. The concept here is not the accounting journal entry. The concept here is that by issuing shares, are you getting any money? Are you able to generate more income? If you are getting money, you are able to generate more income. Then the day from which you are getting income, from that day, that shares will be considered. But if it is a bonus shares, there is no increment in earnings. The earnings remain same from the beginning. So the shares will also be considered from the beginning. That's the logic. There is no logic here, capitalization of reserve, bonus journal entry and all that. So I'm not going into that area, which is not relevant here. Because why we are doing this calculation, that logic we need to understand. Not the accounting journal entry, capitalization of reserve and all that. Okay?
सर एक चीज पूछना है, जो सेकंड वाला पे आप बोनस फैक्टर डाल रहे हैं, उसकी जगह पे वाई वी आर नॉट, जैसे 10,000 इंटू 4/12 है, जैसे 4 मंथ्स के लिए लिया, उसके बाद 12,000 इंटू 8/12 है, सो वाई वी आर नॉट एडिंग 3,000 इंटू 6/12, क्योंकि बोनस तो 6 महीना मतलब बाद इशू हुआ है ना।
12,000 इंटू 5/4 करने से 15,000 हो चुका सर। देखो मैं पहले डाल देता हूं उसको, आपको अगर कंफ्यूजन हो रहा है इसको पहले लिख देते हैं। 5/4 जब आप कर रहे हैं ऑलरेडी 15,000 हो गया सर, तो आप वापस से 15,000 करोगे तो डबल बार नहीं होएगा, सोच लो।
नहीं बट सर इसका वैल्यू, एंड अगर मैं प्लस 3,000 इंटू 6/12 करूंगा उसका वैल्यू अलग आ रहा है।
जो 3,000 है उसमें तो आप जो ओरिजिनल शेयर 12,000 है वो नहीं ले रहे हैं ना, लेकिन आपको 12 तो लेना होगा।
बट 12,000 का तो मैं पूरा 8 मंथ का तो कैलकुलेट करूंगा राइट, क्योंकि
बोल रहे
2,000 बाद
ऐसे नहीं लिखूंगा, मैं इसको ऐसे लिखूंगा सर, आप ऐसे बोलिए, आप ऐसे लिखेंगे यार। आप बोल रहे हैं मैं 3,000
हाँ
8/12, क्या फर्क पड़ता है सर, उधर से 5/12 5/4 हटाकर आप अलग से लिख दिए, वही बात 2 प्लस
6/12 होगा ना सर, क्योंकि 6 मंथ्स बाद इशू हुआ है ना, 3,000 इंटू 6/12 होना चाहिए ना, क्योंकि बोनस तो आफ्टर 6 मंथ बाद इशू हुआ है राइट, इशूज आफ्टर 6 मंथ्स इन।
तो ये जो 10,000 शेयर्स के ऊपर बोनस था वो तो 2 महीना था ना, बोनस कभी भी इशू हुआ, लेकिन बोनस तो हम लोग, जब मैं ऊपर बात खाली बोनस वाला का किया तो मैंने ये बोला क्या कि बोनस अगर 4 महीना बाद इश्यू हुआ तो आप 4 मंथ्स लेंगे। हम लोग तो बोनस में बोल रहे हैं कि पैसा आया ही नहीं, तो बोनस जब भी इश्यू हुआ सारा शुरू से माना जाएगा, तो आपको डेट ऑफ बोनस से मतलब ही नहीं है।
ओके ओके
सोच लीजिए, बिकॉज लॉजिक क्या है, जब पैसा बाद में आया तो इनकम भी बाद में चालू हुआ, जब पैसा ही नहीं आया तो इनकम कहां से आएगा यार। Bonus share is not giving you any money. Your income remains same whether the bonus is there or not. So for that reason, you are considering bonus is there from the beginning of the year. So we are not concerned in any question when the bonus shares are coming. हम लोग कोई भी क्वेश्चन में इससे मतलब नहीं रख रहे हैं बोनस, अगर आप ये टेबल ऐसे बनाएंगे तो मतलब रख रहे हैं, लेकिन मेरे को ये टेबल अच्छा ही नहीं लग रहा, हम नहीं बनाएंगे। हम क्यों बनाने जाएंगे, क्या प्रॉब्लम है। और मैं इसको भी बोलूंगा, आप इसको ऐसे ही रहने दीजिए जो अपने पहले बात कर रहे थे 5/4, कोई कंपल्सन नहीं है भाई, एनीबडी कैन प्रेजेंट द आंसर द वे दे लाइक, द लॉजिक शुड बी क्लियर। ये वाला 15,000 शेयर्स हो गया और ये वाला 12,000 शेयर्स हो गया, 10,000 के ऊपर बोनस लेकर 4 महीना के लिए 12,000 और 12,000 के ऊपर बोनस के लेकर 8 महीना के लिए 15,000। मेरे को ये वाला अच्छा नहीं लगता बिकॉज बोनस फैक्टर लगा के फटाफट। अब ये 5/4, यस सर, ये 5/4 क्या है? Against 4 there is one bonus. So if I am having 4 shares, after bonus I will be having 5 shares. इसको हम लोग बोलते हैं बोनस फ्रैक्शन, नॉट इनवर्स, बोनस फ्रैक्शन। आपको बोनस शेयर्स को बोनस फ्रैक्शन में बदल देना है। मान लीजिए सपोज द क्वेश्चन इज सेइंग बोनस इज इन द रेशियो ऑफ 2:3। 2:3 means 2 shares will be given against 3 shares. So if somebody is having 3 shares, after bonus there will be 5 shares. So you will say 5/3. After bonus 5, before bonus 3. Here if somebody is having 4 share, after bonus it will be 5. So it will be 5/4. आप बोनस को बोनस फ्रैक्शन बना दीजिए और आप केवल जो शेयर्स है उनको बोनस फ्रैक्शन से मल्टीप्लाई करते जाइए। जो शेयर जब से है उसका बोनस फ्रैक्शन वहीं से। 2000 शेयर 4 महीने बाद आया तो 2000 शेयर्स का बोनस फ्रैक्शन 4 महीने बाद से। दिस इज ऑल्सो करेक्ट, दिस इज ऑल्सो करेक्ट। इफ somebody will write 3000 इसको हटाकर अलग से, that is also correct. If somebody want to present in a table, all are correct. But I personally like this is the best. और भी लॉजिक दूंगा इसके लिए। जब राइट शेयर अभी बोलेंगे तो और कंबरसम हो जाएगा, तो ये वाला और इजी लगेगा, इससे ज्यादा इजी लगेगा। बिकॉज क्वेश्चंस विल नॉट बी कमिंग नॉर्मल इशू, क्वेश्चंस विल बी कमिंग नॉर्मल इशू, राइट्स इशू, बोनस इशू ऑल टुगेदर। So you will find easier when you follow this calculation. You will find problem when you will be doing this. Here आपको बोनस शेयर अलग से सोचना नहीं है, बस बोनस फ्रैक्शन निकालना है। बोनस फ्रैक्शन is what? Shares after bonus divided by shares before bonus. Shares after bonus divided by shares before bonus. They have said that it is in place of 4 1 bonus share, so it is 4 plus 1 5, and then original share was 4, so it is 5/4. जो शेयर जब से है उसका बोनस फ्रैक्शन वहां से चालू होगा। 2000 शेयर्स 4 मंथ्स के बाद आया, उसका बोनस भी 4 मंथ्स के बाद ही आएगा। तो आप अगर इस तरह से कैलकुलेशन कर रहे हैं, आपको ब्रेक बहुत कमती करना पड़ रहा है। यू जस्ट कंसीडर बोनस फ्रैक्शन, अप्लाई द बोनस फ्रैक्शन वेयर इट इज रिक्वायर्ड। जहां जहां रिक्वायर्ड वहां लगा दीजिए, फटाफट हो जाएगा। बहुत सारे तरह की कैलकुलेशंस आर पॉसिबल। द वे यू लाइक यू कैन डू, बट आई लाइक दिस द बेस्ट वन। एंड व्हाई आई लाइक, I will give further example, you will also start liking. This is preferred. ये प्रेफर्ड है, जबरदस्ती नहीं है, एग्जामिनर नहीं बोल रहा है, आपके ऊपर है। आप बोनस को बोनस फ्रैक्शन बना बनाकर जहां जहां जो शेयर जब से है वहां लगा दीजिए इसको बस। और उसके अलावा जो शेयर इश्यू हुआ है 2 मंथ्स 4 मंथ्स वो देखते जाइए। बोनस अलग से कैलकुलेशन कुछ नहीं करना है। मैंने ऊपर बोला था जब दोनों एक साथ नहीं थे, व्हेन बोथ द थिंग्स आर नॉट टुगेदर, मैंने ऊपर अलग से बोनस दिया था, न्यू इशू नहीं था। तो मैंने बोला लास्ट ईयर अर्निंग्स पर शेयर वी नीड टू रिकैलकुलेट, बिकॉज लास्ट ईयर द ईपीएस वाज कैलकुलेटेड इन द अबव एग्जांपल बाय 10,000 शेयर्स। अरे भाई देंगे देंगे, आस्ते आस्ते, बहुत सारा एग्जांपल है, बहुत है। Against 4 share, the company is giving 1 bonus share. Against 4 share, the company is giving 1 bonus share. Before bonus, it was 4. So this is coming 5/4. I said against 3 shares, the company is to be giving 2 bonus shares, 2:3. So 3 plus 2, 5, divided by 3, 5/3. With bonus, what is the number of shares? Without bonus, what is the number of shares? It will give you bonus fraction. So I'm saying that in the previous example, when the normal issue and bonus issue both was not there, only normal issue, only bonus was there. Then I said last year EPS need to be recalculated. I said current year EPS is 60. Last year it was 50. But then if because of bonus current year EPS is less than 50, anybody will think that company is bad. They earned last year 50, current year they are earning 30, 40 only. But it is not decrease in earnings because this year the company has given bonus shares. I just now said here कि for 4 share there is 1 bonus share because in the question 1:4. For 4, 1 bonus. So against 4 share, if you are getting 1 bonus, the total is becoming 5. And before bonus, it was 4. So the fraction becomes 5/4. The another example, I said 2:3. Against 3, there are 2 bonus shares. So 3 plus 2, 5. Divided by original share 3. So 5/3. Like this. Yes, sir. Here we are taking the bonus share separately. And here we are taking in 5/4. So I'm liking this one. Because taking separately, you will get some confusion. Maybe 200, 500, somewhere you have considered 3000, the mistake chances are higher. But with the fraction, the mistake chances are minimal. So we need to pass the exam also for that reason. आप अच्छा पकड़े, एक जगह मैं बोनस शेयर ले रहा हूं, एक जगह फ्रैक्शन को बोनस शेयर मान ले रहा हूं. तो फ्रैक्शन वाला इजी है, उसमें गलती कम होता है. बोनस शेयर्स निकालने से कहीं पर आप 2500, 3000 यू टेक. We will consider further, Faiza, that why the fraction is much better. But after further 5-10 minutes, let's go further. I was saying that in the previous example, when the 10,000 shares were there and the 2,000 bonus shares, then the current year EPS we have calculated by 12,000. But last year EPS was calculated by 10,000. The chances are there that the current year EPS is lower than the last year. Any common man will think company's earnings is going down because current year they are earning less, last year they earned more, but that is not the fact. Because current year company has given free of cost shares to the shareholders. And last year those shares were not there. So we need to recalculate EPS of last year by dividing the earnings of last year with 12,000 shares. Same thing here. Suppose current year earnings, it's say 50,000. ठीक है? So EPS for current year, EPS for current year equals to 50,000 divided by how much it is coming by? Anyone say? Because up till now we have not calculated. 14,167. ठीक है? So it is 50,000 divided by 14,167. So what is the EPS? The earnings of the company is $50,000 divided by number of shares. So it is giving EPS 3.53. ठीक है? 3.53. Last year earnings was 45,000. Last year EPS is 45,000 divided by 10,000. Because current year bonus, current year further issue. Last year number of shares was 10,000. Suppose there was no change during the year last year. So the EPS is 4.5. So anybody will say that the company is not doing well. They are earning $3.53. and last year they earned 4.5. Not good company. We should not invest. We should not give loan. We should not supply goods to the company. They are bad. They earned 4.5 and the current year. But that's not the correct picture. Because in the current year, when the shareholder has received bonus shares, 3,000, for that, what they have paid? Nothing. Suppose मेरे पास रिलायंस का शेयर है, रिलायंस का शेयर का मार्केट में दाम 3100 है, 3100 इज द प्राइस. तो अगर मेरे को रिलायंस बोनस शेयर देगा तो 3100 फ्री में. देयर इज नो मनी आई एम पेइंग. Bonus shares are giving huge income to the shareholders. They are getting shares without paying any money. तो अगर हम लोग ऐसे बोलेंगे कि ईपीएस गिर गया, गलत बात है भाई, गलत. Since bonus happened in the current year, since bonus happened in the current year, so last year EPS need to be restated. Last year EPS need to be restated by bonus element. उसके लिए क्या करना होगा? Last year profit was 45,000. The number of shares last year was 10,000. But these 10,000 after considering bonus should be 12,500. You will say, sir, 2,000 new shares issued in the current year. They were not last year. Last year we had 10,000 shares. उसका bonus ही खाली consider करने. If we consider कि 10,000 के बदले after bonus they are 12,500. In the current year also, the last year 10,000 shares are considered 12,500. The last year considered 12,500. So why not? We will calculate EPS of last year for comparison purpose by taking bonus on 10,000. So 45,000 by 12,500. It is 3.6. But then it is actually lower, sir. Because current year we are earning 3.53 and last year it is 3.6. So the current year earnings has actually gone down as compared to last year. 5.625. Naveen Srivastav. 45,000 by 12,500. What, Naveen, you are doing? I don't know. In the denominator, we are saying 12,500 shares. In the denominator, we are saying 12,500 shares. So it cannot be greater than 4.5. With 10,000, it is 4.5. When you divide by a higher value, then it will be lower. It cannot be greater. But then it is still, the current year is lower. That means the company's earnings has gone down. But this 3.6 can be calculated in just a single calculation. Restated EPS of last year 4.5 into 4 by 5. Just check how much it is coming. 4.5 is the earnings per share of last year. I am multiplying this with the inverse of bonus fraction. Inverse of bonus, this is the bonus fraction. Inverse of bonus is 4 by 5. It is coming same $3.6. You can do this. Nobody is questioning. But for doing this, generally, they will not be giving you 45,000. They will be giving you earnings per share of last year 4.5. So first of all, you need to do 10,000 into 4.5, 45,000. Last year, total earnings was 45,000. Now divide by the after bonus 12,500. So it is coming this. But in one line, you can do this. Whatever is the last year earnings per share multiplied by inverse of bonus fraction. If you multiply it by inverse of bonus fraction, it will give you the same figure. Because the 4 share becomes 5 shares. So this is 4 share earnings. If the bonus is, after bonus it is 5. So what is the per share 5 share earnings? Before bonus it was 4 share. With the bonus it is 5 shares. So 4 share earnings each total this. But after bonus they become 5 shares. So on the basis of 5 shares, what is the earnings per share? I'm just giving logic why it is happening. But here, logic after logic, you need to be, I meant to say mechanical also. That for calculating last year EPS, we don't need to do so much. Whatever the bonus fraction is there, inverse of bonus fraction will be multiplied with the last year EPS. You will get the restated EPS. So we say last year EPS is this and current year is this. Even though last year we calculated this, but after bonus, the last year EPS will be said as this. So there is some, to decrease in the earnings per share, but not 4.5 to 3.3. It is 3.6 to 3.53. A meaningful comparison can be done that after bonus, what is the increase or decrease in bonus earnings per share? The entire story is the summary. First, calculate bonus fraction. 2:3, 4:1, whatever, man. With the bonus total share, without the bonus share, divide करके bonus fraction. Now, if the company involves new issue during the year, then on the new issue, bonus fraction will be applicable from the date of new issue. So on the original share, till the date of new issue, apply the bonus fraction. But on the new shares, apply the bonus fraction when the new share came. Or you can do like this. It's upon you. Because of the bonus, the number of shares has gone up. The earnings per share will go down. So the comparison with the last year requires some adjustment in the last year. The last year EPS need to be recalculated for comparison purpose. Even though it was 4.5, but we will not say 4.5. We will say 3.6. The bonus which happened in the current year, assume that that bonus was there in the last year also. So after this bonus, what is the earnings per share of last year? If we use value from, then how we will calculate EPS of last year? This way. 45,000 by 12,500. आपको ये अच्छा नहीं लग रहा तो ये कर लीजिए और क्या, लीजिए ऐसे कर देते हैं यार, मेरे को क्या लगता है, मैंने दोनों तो लिखा ही है सर. 10,000 शेयर्स था, 1/4 2,500 शेयर्स, सो टोटल 12,500 शेयर्स. लास्ट ईयर का प्रॉफिट को इससे डिवाइड दे रहे हैं, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. जैसे आप ऊपर बोले कि एक कैलकुलेशन में हम लोग नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स लिख रहे हैं और दूसरा कैलकुलेशन में फ्रैक्शन लिख रहे हैं, वही हम अभी भी कर रहे हैं. एक कैलकुलेशन में हम प्रॉफिट को नंबर ऑफ शेयर से डिवाइड दे रहे हैं, दूसरा में हम फ्रैक्शन से खेल रहे हैं. बात तो बराबर है, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. द सेम थिंग इज देयर सर. लेकिन मेरे को ये पसंद आता है सर, मेरे को इतना मेहनत पसंद नहीं आता है. पूरा का पूरा नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स आई विल कैलकुलेट, देन आई विल डू, आई डोंट लाइक. आई वांट शॉर्टकट कैलकुलेशन. So I will do the calculation of bonus fraction and I will do inverse of bonus fraction for calculating restated EPS so that I can do faster calculations. By doing some practice, I will set my mind. By doing 1 or 2, 3 questions, not 30, 40. I will focus on every question bonus part and I will make my mind clear that whenever the bonus will come, I will calculate fraction. I will calculate weighted average number of shares. By calculating weighted average number of shares, if the new shares are there, then the new shares fraction will be considered from that date. And for calculating restated EPS, I will multiply with the inverse of the bonus fraction. That I will set my mind. In any question, every time different figures will be there. But when my mind is clear, by solving 2-3 problems crystal clear, not just mugging up, then I will never face any problem in any other question. Like somebody was saying some more examples. I said there are so many examples written. At the same time, there are examples here in the exam kit also. We will be doing. आस्ते आस्ते ना पहली चीज समझे तो सही कि मैं ये वाला जो मैंने चीज बताया शुरू में, which was without bonus or anything, कि I started in the beginning what? कि there are 10,000 shares and after 4 months we issue 4,000 shares. The first example I gave today what? 10,000 shares and new shares. ऐसा ही 10 example लेते रहें. That is actually making yourself very mad. अगर मैं इस तरह का एग्जाम्पल बार बार लेते रहूंगा, क्लास को बहुत बोर बना देंगे. मैंने एक एग्जाम्पल लिया, 2 बार 3 बार बोला, फिर उसके बाद मैं दूसरा बोनस में चला गया. बोनस को मैं 10 बार बोल चुका हूं. अब और एग्जाम्पल्स दूसरा चीज करने के बाद लेंगे, उसको थोड़ा और डिफिकल्ट बनाएंगे. अगर ऐसे 2 और 2 चार्ज करते रहेंगे तो इन दैट केस मजा नहीं आएगा. और उसके बावजूद आपको मैंने क्या बोला है कि आप क्लास का रिकॉर्डिंग करे बगैर नेक्स्ट क्लास आएंगे नहीं. रिकॉर्डिंग करेंगे, वही क्वेश्चन जो कराया गया फिर करेंगे, कुछ एक्स्ट्रा क्वेश्चन करेंगे, तब नेक्स्ट क्लास आकर बैठेंगे. नहीं तो चेतन जैसे हैं फिर एग्जाम नहीं देंगे. क्या चेतन जी एग्जाम देंगे क्या इस बार? देखते हैं सर. हाँ, एवरीबॉडी रिमेंबर चेतन दैट ही विल बी गिविंग एग्जाम दिस टाइम. ठीक है सर, आते हैं सर. फिर ये सब बोलना सर तबीयत खराब हो गया, ये हो गया सर. कुछ नहीं, हम ये सब बात सुनने के लिए नहीं बैठे हैं सर. तबीयत खराब हो गया, कॉलेज का एग्जाम है, ये हो गया, वो. दीज आर ऑल एलाबाई अकॉर्डिंग टू मी. आई कैन ऑल्सो से सो मेनी एलाबाई. हमारा तो कभी नहीं होता सर. आप इतना दिन से पढ़ रहे हैं, कोई सिलेबस बच गया, नहीं पढ़ाए, कोई क्वेश्चन सॉल्व नहीं कराए, मॉक टेस्ट नहीं लिए, कभी नहीं होता. तो आपका क्यों होएगा? नहीं होना चाहिए सर किसी का भी. वो पहली दूसरी तीसरी क्लास में सब ऐसे ही बोलते हैं, फिर सब गायब. ठीक है, तो इसीलिए बोर नहीं करने के लिए आई एम नॉट गिविंग दैट सेम एग्जांपल अगेन. करेंगे क्वेश्चंस, करेंगे इबादत, वी विल बी डूइंग, बट वी नीड टू ऐड अप न्यू एरियाज सो दैट आवर इंटरेस्ट विल रिमेन इन द चैप्टर. Otherwise, we will lose interest when we do 2 plus 3, 2 plus 3, 2 plus 3. It's not that I have said normal issue, bonus, it is over. We will be solving problems. Don't worry. But अभी और आगे बढ़ना पड़ेगा. अभी तक मैंने किसी को पूछा नहीं कि किसी को कुछ बोलना है. ज्यादातर आवाज क्या आएगी? सर एक बार रिकॉर्डिंग करना होगा. सर कुछ नहीं पूछना है, इसीलिए मैंने पूछा नहीं. आपको कुछ बोलना बोल सकते हैं, बट मैं अभी आगे जाना चाहता हूं. अभी आई डोंट वांट टू रिपीट द थिंग विच वी हैव डन. वो करेंगे दूसरे एग्जाम्पल में. नाउ वी आर टॉकिंग राइट्स इश्यू. व्हाट इज अ राइट्स इश्यू? राइट्स इश्यू मीन्स a company is giving further shares, but not free. They are charging money, but they are not charging the normal market price. They are charging less than the market price. Suppose Reliance is giving rights issue. The market price is 3,000, but Reliance is giving rights shares at 2,500. Reliance is not giving. I am just hypothetical example. कि presently market price of Reliance shares is around 3,000 and Reliance is giving right shares at 2,500. Why? The right shares are given to the existing shareholder of the company. They are not given to the new person. So why it is given at a lesser price? If the existing shareholder wants shares of the company in the market, it is available at 3,000. They can buy from the market. Why they will buy at 3,000 from the company? So the company will not be able to attract existing shareholders if they will give the shares at 3,000. They have to issue at some discount, some lesser price. This is not called a discount. I'm just using the term discount. इसको हम लोग डिस्काउंट नहीं बोलते हैं, बस सीधा ये बोलते हैं कि राइट शेयर एग्जिस्टिंग शेयर होल्डर्स के लिए मार्केट प्राइस से कम दाम पे लाया जाता है. so that existing shareholders are inclined to buy it. Why it is called rights shares? It is rule in most of the part of the world. When an existing company issue further shares, the further shares should first be given to the existing shareholders of the company. If the existing shareholders deny, they don't take, then the further shares can be given to the outside public. एक होता है FPO, further public offering. Further public offering is not a rights issue. The company call meeting for all the existing shareholders. The existing shareholders say in the meeting, we are not interested. You can issue shares to the general public. Then the FPO comes. Further public offering. It is rule in India and most of the part of the world. When an existing company issue further shares, then those further shares should first be given to the existing shareholders only. The existing shareholders has the right in the further issue of the company. The existing shareholders has the right in the further issue of the company. For that reason, it is called rights issue. The word, meaning of the word rights issue. When an existing company issue further shares, first the further shares should be given to the existing shareholders. The existing shareholders has the right on the further issue of the company. If the existing shareholder deny, they don't take, then the further shares can be given to the general public. The existing shareholders should be getting some benefit. Then only they will buy the further shares. So the company generally issues shares, rights shares at less than the market price. In the rights issue also there is a bonus. When we are giving bonus shares, the full share at free of cost. The full share value is bonus. But when we are giving rights shares, 500 rupees is the bonus. Because we are giving 3,000 shares at 2,500 rupees. So the shareholder are getting a bonus of 500 rupees. In case of bonus shares, the entire share is a bonus. But in case of rights shares, only the 500 rupees is the bonus. How we will incorporate this 500 bonus element, that we are going to understand. Like we have discussed the entire bonus share example, similarly we are going to understand some value of bonus. To digest this, you need to give 20 minutes. It is 20 to 33, approximately 11. 11 o'clock तक मेरे को लगेगा, आस्ते आस्ते, धीरे धीरे. एक ही बात को मैं 15-20 बार बोलूंगा, आप टेंशन मत लीजिए. डाइजेस्ट होएगा. फिर उसके बाद दूसरा एग्जांपल्स लेकर करेंगे. पहले चीज को समझे तो सही. इबादत जी बोल रहे मोर एग्जांपल्स वी विल टेक. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल डाइजेस्ट. एवरी कॉन्सेप्ट को धीरे धीरे करके समझना है. This is an example I am not creating from my own. Otherwise, it will be difficult to give you the logic of the figures. इसलिए example यहाँ दिया हुआ है. The company is giving 1-for-4 rights shares. It was 1-for-4 bonus. Now it is 1-for-4 rights share. The present market price is $20. Rights shares is at $15. Like I said, 3,000 is the Reliance price. The rights share is 2,500. They are saying 20 is the market price. The rights share is at $15. We are saying that when the rights share will come, and if I am the shareholder of this company who is giving rights shares, should I buy shares at $15 from the company? There is no compulsion on me. I am the shareholder of the company already. The company is offering $20 ka share at $15. So should I buy this share from the company? I should. If I have any brain, I should buy. Because I am getting a $20 thing at $15. But the market says that when the company is giving $20 ka thing at $15, then after the rights issue, what will be the market price? People says this, that against 4 share, 1 rights share, 4 share value in the market 4 into 20, and 1 rights share the company is giving at 15. So this is the value of total 5 shares divided by 5. So the value is coming 19. The whole world says that after this rights issue, The market price is going to be $19. There is no guarantee. Maybe the market price will be greater than 19. Maybe the market price will be less than 19. Normally, we see that the market price after the rights issue, if this is the case, is going to be 19. You will say why? If I was having 4 shares and after right I am having 5 shares, 4 share value was 4 into 20, 80. And for 1 share I am giving 15. So my total wealth is 80 plus 15 is 95. Earlier I had 4 shares, 4 into 20, 80. And for 1 right share I have given 15. So my total wealth is 95. And if the market price is 19 and I have 5 shares, it is 19 into 5 is 95. So when the market price will be 19, I am not losing, I am not gaining. Because my wealth is exactly that what it should be. And if we understand that in the whole world, only rational persons are there. Rational matlab, मैं भी बुद्धिमान, आप भी बुद्धिमान, दुनिया बुद्धिमान. मैं भी बेवकूफ नहीं, आप भी नहीं, दुनिया भी नहीं. अगर हम लोग मानते हैं दुनिया में सारे बुद्धिमान लोग हैं, रैशनल लोग हैं, तो रैशनल लोगों के अनुसार कोई फायदा नुकसान नहीं होएगा. आपके पास 4 शेयर्स ऑलरेडी देयर, 4 into 20, 80. आपने $15 दिया तो आपके पास 5 शेयर्स का वैल्यू 95, 19 करके 95. No gain, no loss. As a rational thinking person, we are saying it is 95. In bookish technical language, this is called theoretical X right price. That is what is going to be the price after rights issue. This 20 is called the come right price. Before rights issue, what is the price in the market? And after the rights issue, what should be the price? This is called theoretical X. Theoretical means what should be. But the actual price in the market may be greater than 19, less than 19. But it will be near to 19 only. It will be very near to 19. Demand supply will decide. But if the people are rational, then we say that it should be 19. We are saying that the bonus fraction is 20 by 19. What is this bonus fraction? Like I said, in case of pure bonus, 5 by 4. In case of pure bonus, we said after bonus 5, 4 plus 1, before bonus 4. So we said 5 by 4. Here the bonus fraction is 20 by 19. You will say why? I said you need to wait till 11. 11 is not there. अभी कितना बजा है? अभी 22:38 है. 22 minutes मेरे पास बाकी है. उसके पहले ही मैं खत्म कर दूंगा लॉजिक देकर. अभी आप ये मत पूछिए क्यों. Why this is the bonus fraction? We are understanding. Original share 10,000. The example is same. Original share 10,000. The company issue rights shares after 5 months. That is 2,500. You will say 2,500 how? Against 4 1 right shares. So 10,000 by 4 into 1, 2,500. When the bonus fraction was there, 5 by 4. Similarly, now the bonus fraction is 20 by 19. So it is 10,000 into 20 by 19 for 5 months. And then if you ignore this, after the rights issue, what is the number of shares? 12,500. 12,500 for 7 months. Before the rights issue, the bonus fraction. After the rights issue, the bonus fraction gone. It is 7 by 12. This is actually 12,500 only. Logic for this. Please concentrate. For 2,500 rights shares, company is getting this much. Because company is issuing at $15, company is getting this much. But for this much dollar value, when the price is going to be 19, I will not break. अच्छा ठीक है. Sorry. ठीक है भाई, 2 minute break. 2 minutes break. Anybody want to go in washroom or anywhere, go. I do not need to go because I have done everything. Washroom done, everything done. लघु शंका, लॉन्ग शंका सब गॉन. Everybody, when we chat, please chat in the chat box below. Blue tab, arrow, click the arrow, select everyone in the meeting and then chat, so that we all will be on the same page. I am correlating PM a little as I am doing that also, but there is no correlation of PM here in this chapter. कोई ताल्लुक नहीं है सर. थोड़ा बहुत एफएम में ईपीएस होता है, लेकिन पीएम में कोई ईपीएस कहानी नहीं हो. मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग है ना, दिस इज फिनेंशियल अकाउंटिंग. तो यहां पर पीएम का कोई कोरिलेशन है नहीं सर, आप बिठाइए मत. अलग है ये. And giving two exams, PM, FR or any subject together will be very, very difficult, very cumbersome. अभी फीलिंग नहीं आएगा, एक महीना 1.5 महीना बाद आएगा, कौन सा पढ़े. So it is not an easy task to give two exams together. Be ready to bear so much problems and issues. Huh? So should we start now again or should I wait? Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you. So I'm saying that for 2,500 rights shares, company is getting this much money. But in this much money, when the price is going to be $19 after rights issue, for this much money, company should be getting this much shares only. For this much money, company should be giving this many shares. But the company is giving 2,500 shares. So the balance here, company is giving free. बोलिए ऋषभ जी. Yes, Mr.
मेरा सितंबर में तो सर एग्जाम हुआ नहीं, तो मैं दिसंबर में 2 सब्जेक्ट का ही सोच रहा हूँ. एफआर एंड ऑडिट है मेरा.
हाँ.
और उसमें कोई इशू नहीं होगा ना सर? आप बोले सर 2 सब्जेक्ट का.
भाई इशू इतना ही होएगा कि नानी याद आ जाएगा, बस इतना ही इशू होएगा. हाँ, इशू इतना ही है कि तकलीफ बहुत जोर का होने वाला है.
सर ऐसा ऑडिट तो किया हुआ है सर, एफआर नहीं हुआ है.
तो जब किया हुआ है तो एग्जाम क्यों नहीं दिए? वो सब कहानी नहीं कि ये घर में ये हो गया था. नहीं सर, क्योंकि अगर किया हुआ ही है तब तो एग्जाम देना ही चाहिए था ना. तो आपको लग रहा है अभी तो दो, अभी आते हैं 1 महीने बाद, देखना बेटा 2 देखते हैं क्या, देखिए समझ में आएगा. क्योंकि आप ऑडिट को छोड़ थोड़ी ना सकते हैं कि आप उसको पढ़ेंगे नहीं. डेली 2-2.5 घंटे पढ़ना होगा उसको. यानी कि आपको डेली 5 घंटे पढ़ना है. कई बार
होना चाहिए, मतलब सिलेबस हो गया, बट रिवीजन एंड मॉक हो सकता है बाकी है.
एंड ऑडिटिंग इज अ डिफिकल्ट सब्जेक्ट टू पास बिकॉज थ्योरी है ना, आदमी पढ़ता है लगता हो गया, बात ये है।
वो तो नहीं है, वो तो मेरे को भी
हाँ। तो इसलिए ये सब मत सोचिए, पढ़िए, अभी देखा जाएगा क्या करेंगे। इट इज वेरी अर्ली टू से फॉर 2 एग्जाम्स वेदर आई शुड गिव और नॉट। यू फोकस ऑन योर स्टडी, वी विल थिंक व्हाइल फिलिंग द एग्जाम फॉर्म कैसा लग रहा है नहीं लग रहा है, अभी बोलना बहुत मुश्किल है सर। इसीलिए मैंने चिराग जी के लिए बोला, उसको लगता है कि दिसंबर आएगा, नहीं आता है बेटा, आएंगे, ठीक है। पहले तो आधे भर क्लास ही नहीं करेगा, आधे भर भाग जाएगा, उतना सिंपल थोड़ी ना है सर। आप एसीसीए को फ्री का मत समझिए, इट्स अ डिफिकल्ट कोर्स सर।
पर वो
हाँ,
एग्जाम तो पहली बार दे रहा हूँ सर, डर तो एक है।
तो अभी कुछ डिसीजन नहीं ले सकते, अभी आप पढ़ना चालू रखिए, देखा जाएगा क्या करेंगे। अभी आदमी को लगता है आज ज्वाइन किया एग्जाम देंगे, सब तो भाग जाता है, एग्जाम देगा ही नहीं। दिवाली को घूमने जा रहे हैं, ये हो गया वो हो गया, बस खत्म, फिनिश। सर नेक्स्ट बार देंगे, ठीक है भाई, नेक्स्ट बार क्या करेंगे, चलती रहेगा। ठीक है, चेतन नॉट चिराग, ओके सर, सॉरी। ठीक है, देखते हैं। सो आई एम सेइंग दैट फोकस। आप लोग कहाँ हैं और क्या सोच रहे हैं? मैंने अभी चल रहा है सब जेड वगैरह मत सोचिए यार, नहीं समझ में आएगा फिर ये। In case when the bonus shares was there, the entire shares was free. But here in case of rights issue, this many shares are free. For 2,500 shares, we are getting this much money. But for this much money, the company should be giving this many shares only. The balance shares are free. तो जब हम लोग 10,000 को ये जो बोनस फ्रैक्शन उससे मल्टीप्लाई कर रहे हैं, यही आ रहा है। जब हम पहले 10,000 इंटू 5/4 कर रहे थे, इट वॉज 12,500, इट वॉज गिविंग 2,500 बोनस शेयर्स एक्स्ट्रा। हम यहां पर 20/19 कर रहे हैं, इट इज गिविंग 526 एक्स्ट्रा। इन केस ऑफ राइट्स इश्यू, इंटायर इज नॉट अ बोनस, आपको थोड़ा मेहनत करना पड़ रहा है। 526 शेयर्स आप निकाल। नाउ चिराग, चेतन और एनीबडी, अर्लियर वी वर सेइंग वी कैन डू कैलकुलेशन बाय नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स। अभी भी आप ये नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स कैलकुलेशन करेंगे, मैं नहीं एडवाइस करूंगा। चुपचाप से 20/19 निकालिए, बेटर रहेगा। Do the calculation based on fraction. Don't try to calculate 526. Obviously, you need to understand what is 20/19. In most of the books, it is not written. सब याद कर लेते हैं, बोनस फ्रैक्शन, राइट्स फ्रैक्शन, कहीं भी किताबों में नहीं लिखा हुआ है। लॉजिक कि 20/19 ही फ्रैक्शन क्यों होता है, यही बोनस है भाई। पूरा का पूरा 2,500 शेयर्स इज नॉट फ्री। Out of 2,500, only 526 is free. So for that reason, we are calculating this bonus fraction, rights fraction. यानी कि जब आप करेंगे तो आपको क्या करना है, 10,000 शेयर्स शुरू से, 526 शेयर्स शुरू से, बिकॉज ये बोनस वाला शेयर है शुरू से, और 1974 शेयर और 7 महीने के लिए। नहीं तो मैं तो ये, आई एम नॉट लाइकिंग दिस प्रेफर्ड। The preferred calculation is this only. The preferred calculation is this only. 10,526 for 5 months, 12,500 for 7 months. और बेहतर कैलकुलेशन, और बेहतर, 10,000 into 20/19 into 5/12 प्लस 12,500, सब बोनस बोनस सब लेके, into 7/12, this will be coming 11,677. मैं इसको भी नहीं बोलूंगा प्रेफर्ड, आई विल से दिस इज प्रेफर्ड। रॉन्ग कोई भी नहीं है, नथिंग इज रॉन्ग, ऑल आर करेक्ट, बट द प्रेफर्ड कैलकुलेशन इज दिस ओनली सर। This is the most easiest one. ठीक है, सबसे शुरू में मैंने यही लिखा है, 10,000 into 20/19 into 5/12. This entire thing is 12,500 into 7/12. In the beginning, I have written that only, but to explain that, so many other things are written. When you did bonus wala, yes sir, यहां पर तो बीच में कोई इशू है नहीं ना. आई हैव नॉट गिवन at full price issue and rights issue both. I have not given. I have given only original share and rights issue. I have not given any other further issue. बीच में मैंने ओरिजिनल शेयर, नॉर्मल इशू, बोनस इशू तीनों था. अभी आई एम सेइंग ओरिजिनल शेयर एंड राइट्स इशू, नो नॉर्मल इशू, नो फुल प्राइस इशू. So on 10,000 shares, this is giving bonus shares. But when the total rights shares are there, bonus लेकर काम खत्म. आप ऐसे करें, आप ऐसे करें, जैसे मना है करें. कौन मना कर रहा है? मेरे को ये पसंद आ रहा है. जब तक राइट शेयर नहीं आया तब तक ये करिए. जब राइट शेयर आ गया, स्टोरी खत्म. इन केस ऑफ बोनस, द इंटायर बोनस शेयर्स आर फ्री. ऑन 10,000 1/4, entire 2,500 is free share. But in case of rights, out of 2,500, only 526 share each free. The balance are not free. For that, you are getting money. They are not bonus. That 526 is calculated by this fraction. How we are calculating this? What we discussed? कि पहले आप वही पे आया, मेरे को मालूम है यार, कि पहले आप एवरेज प्राइस निकाल लीजिए. Original share 4, market price was 20, right share is 1, price is 15. So what is the average price of all the shares? What is going to be the price after the rights issue? Original price before rights issue, price after rights issue becomes bonus fraction. You don't need to calculate 526 and all that. All these things which are written below are just for understanding. कोई इतना थीसिस नहीं बताना एग्जाम में, ना कोई प्रैक्टिकल लाइफ में किसी को बैठकर समझाना है कि 526 बोनस कैसे होता है. आपको खुद को समझना है. यू फील कंफर्टेबल, यू फील सिंपल, यू फील इजी, यू फील कि दोनों जगह ही बोनस का बात हो रहा है. इन केस ऑफ नॉर्मल बोनस, इंटायर शेयर इज अ बोनस. बट इन केस ऑफ राइट्स इश्यू, ओनली द फ्री शेयर्स आर बोनस. जिसके बदले आपको पैसे नहीं मिले वो केवल बोनस है. तो उसका कैलकुलेशन मैंने दिखाया, बट काम नहीं. आप केवल 20/19 निकालेंगे और ये करेंगे बस, नथिंग एल्स. ये भी इतना ब्रेकअप नहीं लिखना है. 12,500 इंटू 7/12 फिनिश. यहां से जो भी मैं चालू कर रहा हूं, एक्स्ट्रा एक्सप्लेनेशन, ये खाली ऐसे ही समझने के लिए मैंने लिखा है. लेकिन मेरे हिसाब से when your understanding is supreme, you will be able to solve problems very fast. You'll never feel disheartened. I mean to say. But when you are not understanding the concepts, even though you solve a problem, but you will never feel comfortable. And at the same time, when you don't understand the logic, then the chances of forgetting the things very fast is very high. आप अभी पढ़ेंगे, सुबह भूल जाएंगे, बिकॉज आपके दिमाग में कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर नहीं है. तो फिर इन दैट केस आपको लगेगा इंग्लिश है, हिंदी है. आई एम नॉट टीचिंग एनी लैंग्वेज. आई सेड इन द प्रीवियस क्लास, इट्स नॉट अ लैंग्वेज क्लास. इंग्लिश, हिंदी, उर्दू, फारसी, नॉट. इट्स एन अकाउंट्स क्लास. आई एम नॉट अ लैंग्वेज टीचर. सो आपको लगेगा यू आर नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग बिकॉज ऑफ हिंदी, इंग्लिश. ऐसा कोई बात नहीं है. नथिंग. कॉन्सेप्ट की बात हो रही. इसीलिए मैंने इतना मेहनत से, प्यार से समझा कर लिखा है. अभी नेक्स्ट क्लास में मैं क्या करने वाला हूं, मैं आपको बोलूंगा बताइए बोनस शेयर क्या है, आपने क्या समझा. बिकॉज इन अनदर एग्जाम्पल, अनदर फिगर्स, बट यू नीड टू अप्लाई योर ब्रेन. विद दिस एग्जाम्पल व्हाट यू अंडरस्टूड, यू शुड बी एबल टू अप्लाई इन अदर एग्जाम्पल. तभी तो मजा आएगा ना. वो सब डिस्कस करेंगे और भी एग्जाम्पल करेंगे, लेकिन पहले इसको डाइजेस्ट तो करें, फिर से पूरी बात करिए. व्हेन बोनस शेयर्स, नॉट राइट, द इंटायर बोनस शेयर्स आर फ्री. सो द बोनस फ्रैक्शन is including bonus divided by without bonus. But when the right shares are there, you are charging some price against shares. The entire right shares are not bonus. Only the free shares are bonus. Whatever price you are getting for that money, for that much money, how many shares you should have given? but you are giving more shares, that is bonus. That bonus is calculated by this. The value before rights and the value after rights. That is automatically giving you that bonus fraction. So like in bonus, you are multiplying the bonus fraction. Similarly, in rights, you are multiplying the bonus fraction. Till the time the bonus and rights are not coming. Once the bonus and rights are introduced, then the fraction gone. जब तक बोनस और राइट्स नहीं आएगा तब तक फ्रैक्शन का काम है. जब बोनस राइट्स आ गया, हो गया 12,500 तो हो गया सारा. What is the total number of weighted average number of shares? In the right shares, we are concerned with 5 months, 7 months, but in the bonus, it is from the beginning. Because in the right shares, you are getting money invested in the business, extra earnings. So the concept which was started at the beginning, in the right share also, you are concerned with the time factor from when the right shares are coming. Not the free one, not 526, 1974. When they are coming from that day, they will be considered 7 months. But the 526 will be considered from beginning. For that, there is no time factor. So 526, please understand. 526 we are considering in 10,000 also. We are considering in 7 months also. But 1974, we are considering only for 7 months. These are the new shares issued. But this one, 526, that is from the beginning. For the bonus, there is no period from the beginning. But when the shares are issued against consideration, the time when you are getting money, then that shares will start. Which we took the first example, 10,000, 4,000. 10,000 for 4 months, 4,000 for 8 months. So 1974 shares for after 5 months for 7 months. But the bonus one, 526 from the beginning only. Same story I am continuing. Normal full market issue, bonus issue, rights issue. In rights issue, steps are calculate average price after rights issue. So the fraction before rights issue 20, after rights issue 19. So the original share multiplied by the bonus or rights fraction. And then weighted average number of shares get you EPS. When the bonus shares was there, we discussed that we will calculate last year EPS again, assuming that the bonus was there last year. Similarly, in case of rights, 526 is the bonus. Not entire 2,500. 526 is bonus. 20 by 19 is a bonus. So you need to calculate last year EPS again. Suppose last year profit was 2,000. Earlier it was divided by 10,000. You need to divide by 10, 526 to get EPS. But I said we will not do this. We will do what? Inverse of fraction. In case of rights, the inverse was 4 by 5. 5 by 4 bonus fraction, 4 by 5. So here inverse is what? 20 by 19 is a rights factor, right bonus factor. Inverse is 19 by 20. Last year EPS into 19 by 20 gives you this. The same story. Whenever there is a bonus or rights issue is there, the last year EPS need to be restated. Last year EPS multiplied by the inverse of the bonus fraction. The bonus fraction will be used to calculate average number of shares. The last year EPS will be multiplied by the inverse of the bonus fraction to calculate restated EPS, so that a meaningful comparison of last year EPS with the current year is possible. Because if because of bonus, the EPS of current year is less, you can't say my EPS is going down. Bhaiya free mein share bhi to diye na. So for comparison purpose, you need to recalculate the EPS of last year. ऐसे नहीं करेंगे, ऐसे करेंगे. Whatever EPS of last year multiplied by inverse of bonus fraction, this is preferred. So why I was saying in the beginning ki 10,000 into 12 by 12, 4,000 into 8 by, because with the rights and bonus, it will become very difficult. The chances of mistake is very high. But with the bonus fraction 4 by 12, 7 by 12, it becomes easy. For that reason, these is preferred. ऐसा कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको ऊपर वाला करने से कोई रॉन्ग कर रहा है, फिर आपको ये निकालना भी तो पड़ेगा ना, इतना मेहनत भी तो करना पड़ेगा, कौन करेगा? चीज को एक बार डाइजेस्ट कर लिए, समझ गए, उसके बाद शॉर्टकट। ACCA FR एग्जाम, सो मेनी मल्टीपल चॉइस क्वेश्चन, किसी को दिख के नहीं दिखाना है, कुछ नहीं, बस चुपचाप से आंसर निकालना है। ACC डिप्लोमा IFRS एग्जाम, कैलकुलेशन करके दिखाना है द वे यू लाइक, कॉलम है, फिगर, नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स है, फ्रैक्शन है, द वे यू लाइक। CIMA एग्जाम, they will generally give you calculation, you need to explain EPS and all that, which is more like explanation, maybe some calculation involved but less. CIMA and diploma IFRS, the calculations are, the working need to be shown, but for ACC FR student multiple choice, just the correct answer, how you are getting, nobody is concerned. तो अगर FR की बात कर रहे हैं, इतना ये सब कैलकुलेशन अपना मन में रखिए, बस चुपचाप कैलकुलेटर में फटाफट कैलकुलेट करके टिक लगाइए। फॉर IFRS स्टूडेंट सब लिखना होगा, दोनों नहीं, ये सब नहीं, एक्स राइट प्राइस 19 दिस दैट ऑल, एंड सीमा स्टूडेंट डिपेंड अपॉन क्वेश्चन, आर दे आस्किंग थ्योरी और न्यूमेरिकल, न्यूमेरिकल कमी पूछते हैं, इसको एक्सप्लेन करना है। बोलेगा IFRS एग्जाम में थ्योरी नहीं है, आएंगे क्वेश्चंस है, क्या लिखना है नहीं लिखना, आएंगे, ये भी रहेंगे और भी रहेंगे, धीरे धीरे करके आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। सो 3 थिंग्स, नॉर्मल फुल मार्केट प्राइस इशू, प्योर बोनस इशू, राइट्स इशू, हाउ these adjustments will be done to calculate weighted average number of shares so that we can calculate earnings per share. In case of bonus and rights issue, the last year EPS need to be restated, multiplying by the inverse of the bonus fraction. लास्ट ईयर का EPS को बोनस का फ्रैक्शन का इनवर्स से मल्टीप्लाई करिए, आपको पुराने साल का रीस्टेटेड EPS मिल जाएगा। मैंने बोला था 11 बजे, 11:02 हो गया सर, 2 मिनट ज्यादा लग गया, कि पूरा बात का लॉजिक देने में इट विल टेक सम टाइम, कि व्हाई दैट इज अ बोनस फ्रैक्शन, व्हाई इन द राइट्स इश्यू देयर आर बोनस शेयर्स, वो बताने में थोड़ा टाइम लगता है, इसीलिए मैंने इतना टाइम लिया है। लिखा हुआ है नोट्स में, if somebody would have read these notes, they would have not understood. Till that time, I will not explain you. Similarly, if you start doing another question, you can't do. First of all, you need to do the same question again, which we are discussing. ज्यादा डेढ़ होशियार नहीं बनना है। दूसरा क्वेश्चन बाद में, पहले इन्हीं को करिए। जो एग्जाम्पल्स हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं उन्हीं को पहले रिकॉर्डिंग, देन द सेम एग्जाम्पल यू विल सॉल्व, देन इफ यू गेट एक्स्ट्रा टाइम यू विल सॉल्व अदर एग्जाम्पल्स। कौन सा दूसरा एग्जाम्पल बात करेंगे, आप टेंशन मत लीजिए, अभी आगे बढ़ना है। अभी फॉर द टाइम बिंग, एनीबडी हैज एनीथिंग टू आस्क? फॉर द टाइम बिंग
Sir, in regards to the concept which we learned today,
हाँ,
which could be the best place or the number of sums to practice to ensure the total absorption of
where
it?
you can do the sums, I will say, but I will say
Okay.
only those books only which I said in the beginning, which I said in the last class.
Yes, yes.
Say we should refer those books only. I will say page number and everything.
Great.
Don't worry, I will
Thank
say.
you.
But it's a request for you and everybody. Suppose the class is over, don't start doing those problems which I will be telling. That's a fatal.
Okay.
When the class is over, do first of all recording at a 1.52 speed. By pausing the video, understand the recording again. After doing the recording, same thing which we have done in the class in my notes, solve them on your own. Examples are given here, solve that on your own. After that, what I will say, other homework from the other books, then you will do that. Then you will be able to solve those problems. So you will feel happy, motivated. But if you do inverse, which everybody do, क्लास में तो समझ ही गए, रिकॉर्डिंग करना क्यों है, हो गया, और दूसरा करेंगे, एक भी नहीं होएगा. So your motivation, morale will go down. So don't destroy that. There
Yes,
is
I was
a
about to ask that.
Ah.
Regarding to that same point is what I usually was thinking to try even after your idea, that just to go through a couple of questions which you'll give if I stuck somewhere and then I go through your
No,
video.
that is not the case now, but you will stuck.
Okay.
I
Got
know,
it.
sir. You will say, sir, I'm not mad, sir. I'm saying if I will be in front of you, in place of you, same story will come, I would not be able to. I am able to explain like this because 25 years experience, sir. Brain level is same.
Noted.
Her brain level is same. So if you think that I will stuck, I know that you will stuck, sir. I am very confident, sir. Believe me.
Yes.
Maybe you are a champion then also. Maybe you are an average then also. Maybe you are a below average then also. So there is no ifs and buts in this. Don't do those questions which I will be saying at the end कि you can try this question. Don't do that. Nobody. एक बार मेरा बात मानना, जीवन में मत मानना कहीं. Just for one chapter at least you can accept me.
Definitely.
You can follow me. After this chapter, if you don't want to follow, don't follow. You will feel the difference, sir, in life.
Sure. Thank
This
you.
is a pure, what I should say, this is a pure proof, structured formula developed by me how you can study, which I said in the last class, very detailed. Class is done, do the recording again, do the same thing again, then only do new thing. I am saying again and again in the class. So I know that you will be doing, let's try. But when you try and you don't able to solve, you feel very, very sad. I understood everything. Why? And you crack your brain into wrong thing. So whatever I said, that is gone. Whatever you are thinking, new things, that is gone, all hodgepodge. And now everything destroyed. So that should not be done.
Noted. Thanks.
Yeah. Now, diluted earnings per share. What is diluted earnings per share? First of all, understanding. Since the beginning, last class, the end 15-20 minutes, I said what is EPS? Why we need to calculate? Because EPS shows the company's strength. EPS shows the company's earnings is how much and whether they are increasing or not. Are we only concerned with what has already happened? That in the current year, the company's EPS is greater than the last year. It's good, but that is already happened. We are concerned with future also. In the future, company's earnings is going to go up or going to go down. Because the people deal with you because of your future, not for past. We can say whatever happened in the past, there is very likely chance that same thing will happen in future. But there is no guarantee. So we are saying that if we know that today only the company's EPS in future will go down. If we know already today, suppose I am standing on March 2024, and I know that in March 2025, company's EPS will go down. There is a logic behind that. Why I can say that the company's EPS will go down, there is a logic. But if I know that the EPS will go down, then the accounting body is saying that I need to calculate EPS of 2025 also. And I need to show to the others, Bhaiya, my earnings is going to go down, be ready. Presently, I am earning more, but in future, my earnings will go down. Be ready before dealing with me. Be ready before investing in my company. Be ready before giving loan to my company. Because my earnings is going to go down. Diluted means down, kharab, lower. Diluted earnings per share. The company's earnings per share is going to go down. And if it is going to go down because of specific reasons, the accounting body is saying that just only basic EPS is not done. You just say that my EPS is this, which is we've discussed, basic EPS. That is not done. You need to say my EPS is going to go down. And this is going to be my downward EPS. That also you need to show. So that public can take informed decisions. So how we calculate why the earnings is going to go down? Just that we need to discuss that. This will again take approximately 30 minutes. 30 मिनट लगने वाला है. बीच में आप कुछ बोलेंगे, ठीक है, लेकिन मेरे को समझाने में 30 मिनट लगेगा. सो इट इज ऑलरेडी 23:10, 23:40, 11:40 होने वाला है. उसके बाद भी 20 मिनट और. I will be leaving around 12 o'clock. If the 1 hour in the beginning would not have been wasted, then I would have left by 11 only. तो आगे से आप लोग को ध्यान रखना है हमको करना क्या है. ठीक है, मेरे पास कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है सर. जितना आप इधर उधर का बात करेंगे उतना बर्बादी होएगा. जितना आप बोलेंगे 2 पेपर 3 पेपर, वो सब बेकाम का बात है. 2 नहीं 4, 2 ना यार, मेरे को क्या है. देखते हैं कितना दम है. आप अगर दिन में 10-12 घंटा पढ़ भी लेंगे तो भी अब 4 पेपर का एग्जाम नहीं दे सकते. क्यों? You are making ACCA like CA. In CA, we are giving a group exam. We fail in one paper because of the group structure. And we have already understood this by failing in CA or looking at others. Why the students are failing in CA? Not because the syllabus is more, because of the group structure. And we are making ACCA the same as CA. 2 exam, 3 exam, 4 exam. You are not understanding what pain you will realize. You focus on one subject, बार बार दिमाग में वही चलता है. Today accounts, tomorrow accounts, next day accounts, 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 accounts. No PM, no audit, nothing. It's very simple. You are bathing with accounts. But if you start adding accounts, audit, accounts, PM, accounts, FM, करो ना add. Even though you are studying 5-6 hours, still it is difficult. You are making an international course like an Indian course. You want to puzzle yourself. You don't want to focus a focused study. आपकी मर्जी है सर. तो हम तो कभी एडवाइस नहीं करते हैं. It is not that nobody has cleared 2 paper in one go. Many. But then आपने उसको खराब किया ही क्यों? आपने क्यों नहीं एग्जाम दिया पहले? फिर से आप क्यों नहीं एग्जाम देना चाह रहे दिसंबर में? बात यहां आती है. 2-2 पेपर का एग्जाम का कोई मतलब नहीं है सर. इसीलिए अभी बहुत अर्ली है, आप दोनों पढ़िए, देखते हैं क्या होता है. जब आदमी पहले नहीं दिया तो अभी 2-2 उसको ऐसे ही लगता है, ख्याली पुलाव है. इट इज जस्ट इन इमेजिनेशन. व्हेन आफ्टर 1 month, 1.5 month, व्हेन द एग्जाम इज गोइंग टू कम, यू विल रियलाइज, अरे बाप रे. वो है ना, स्टूडेंट कम्स इन द क्लास फॉर CA classes 10 years, 12 years back. I am telling, sir, I will give both the group exam. After 2 months, sir, I will give one group exam. When the exam form comes, sir, I will not give any exam, not a single group. I will give next term. वही बात हम लोग कर रहे हैं. I didn't give the exam in September. Now I will give 2 exam. ये सब imagination है, ये सब होने वाला नहीं है. Very difficult, sir. हर एक क्वार्टर में एक एग्जाम देना मस्ट है. मर जाएंगे तो भी देंगे. That's the spirit. Giving 2 and 3 is difficult, sir. So it is not now I can say कि you can give 2 or not. You start going to study. We will check. We will see at the time of 15th, 20th October how you are, how much you have studied, what feeling you are getting. That way the call can be taken. Today you can't decide. Okay. So diluted earnings per share is, the company's earnings per share is going to go down. There are specific reasons. And since it is going to go down, you need to calculate that also. You need to tell to the public, भैया मेरा अर्निंग गिरने वाला है. Be ready while dealing with me. I am not going to be very good. I am going to slightly be bad in future. So then you take my shares, then you give me loan and all that. If it is going to go up, nothing to report. But if it is going to go down, you need to report. Why the company's earnings will go down? Nobody can say that the company's profit will go up or go down in future. If in Saraf Academy, March 2024, we have earned 5 lakh. Why I will say that in March 2025, I will be earning less than 5 lakh? It will not. It will not happen. Already 5 months in the year is over. Good is going on. There is no problem. So why my profit will be going down? Nothing. So we are not talking about earnings. We can't project what will be the earnings in 2025. We are talking about denominator, the number of shares only. If suppose in my company or any company, there are convertible debentures. What is convertible debentures? The company took loan by issuing debentures, and after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, the company will redeem debenture by giving shares. The company will not give cash. The company will be giving to debenture holder the shares. convertible debentures. Loan by issuing debenture, but after certain years, the debenture will be converted into shares. When the debenture will be converted into shares, the company's number of shares will be more. The profit will be divided by more number of shares. There is a very high likely chance that the earnings per share will go down. No guarantee, but high likely chance. Because denominator will be affected by a huge margin. डिवेंचर शेयर बन जाएगा, डिनोमिनेटर में नंबर ऑफ शेयर्स बहुत जोर का बढ़ेगा, प्रॉफिट क्या होगा मालूम नहीं है भाई, जो है मान लो वही होएगा. Whatever profit we are generating, same we will be able to maintain, but the denominator number of shares will be more. So the earnings per share is going to go down. The chances are there. We need to calculate and we need to report to the public. Bhai, my earnings per share is going to go down. Another example. The company has given ESOP. ESOP means the employees of the company are said that if you work for 3 years, at the end of 3 years, we will be giving you shares at less than the market price. Many companies in the world are saying this to their employees. ESOP, employee stock option policy. In IFRS, we have a separate chapter for ESOP. For IFRS student, for FR student, it is not there. For FR student, it is there in SBR. But when I will be taking the ESOP class, FR student can come. I don't have any problem. But it is there in SEMA also. So CIMA and IFRS student need to do this. But for the time being, just simple concept. ESOP means company will be giving shares to employees in future at less than the market price when they will fulfill certain conditions. They will be in the job for next 3 years. The company's turnover will be double. The company's profit need to be double, whatever may be the condition. But the company is saying to their employee today only, bhai, if you do this for 3 years, if this is achieved, then we will be giving you shares as compared to market price at 40% discount. Just now we have did what? Rights issue. $20 share given at 15. Similarly here, the company is going to give to employees $20 shares at 15, at $10, at $8. So there will be more number of shares given by the company for the money which the company is going to get. They will be getting the money at the rate of 15, but they will be giving shares higher. Those additional shares, which you can say type of bonus only, it is not happened. It is going to happen. After 2 years, 3 years, it is going to happen. Those additional shares will increase the number of shares. The profit divided by increased number of shares is going to reduce the earnings per share. Very high likely. Not guarantee, very high likely. ESOP is also going to reduce the earnings per share. Another example. Sometimes the company issue debentures with warrants. Debenture with warrant means debenture holder are going to be given interest and debenture holder are going to be given cash at the time of redemption. Debenture means loan. Against the loan, company will give interest, and against the loan, company will repay the principal when the redemption will come. But the problem is that if the company is going to give interest and the principal, the debenture holder are not interested in buying debenture. It is not attractive. Interest and principal, they can get some other places also. So to make it attractive, the company is saying to them, later on, I will give you shares of the company also at less than the market price. Whatever we are saying to our employees in ESOP, the same thing we are saying to debenture holder in debenture with warrants. Warrant means we are going to give them the shares at less than the market price in future. It's the same concept of ESOP. ESOP to employees, warrant to debenture holder. Again, the company will be giving shares at less than the market price, free shares. Those free shares will increase the denominator. So profit divided by higher number of shares is going to reduce the earnings per share. This is some of the examples. These all example which I said, convertible debenture, ESOP, debenture with warrants, all these types of instruments are called potential equity instruments. Potential instruments. Potential means those instruments which will become shares in future. Convertible debenture, debenture will become share in future. ESOP, the shares will arise extra as compared to money which you will receive. Debenture with warrants, the shares will arise extra as compared to money which you will receive. All these are going to become shares in future. And for that, when the number of shares will increase, the earnings per share will go down. Accounting body is saying that when you have potential instruments, when you have in March 24 these types of securities in your company, which are going to become shares in future, because of which the EPS is going to go down. So in March, you need to calculate along with the basic EPS, which we have discussed, you need to calculate diluted EPS also. And this diluted EPS will be lower than the basic EPS. This diluted EPS will be lower than the basic EPS. You need to say to your public that our earnings in the future is going to go down. Be ready. Before investing in our company, before giving loan to us, be ready that our earnings per share is going to go down because of the potential instruments. You need to calculate this diluted EPS also. What we need to do? Whatever we have done above, for basic earnings per share, the numerator profit will remain same. In the denominator, the weighted average number of shares which we have discussed, bonus, rights, normal, everything, denominator same. But in the denominator, we need to add additional shares. Because of the debenture, convertible, additional share we need to add. So that the numerator will remain same, denominator go up, the EPS will go down. In case of convertible debenture, suppose a company has 1,000 debentures. For every debenture, the company will be giving 10 shares. So 1,000 debenture will become how many shares? 10,000. 1,000 debenture will become how many shares? 10,000. So the profit will be divided by whatever the weighted average number of shares already, plus denominator 10,000 shares more. Obviously, the EPS will go down. That is called diluted EPS. In case of ESOP, the company will be giving shares at 40% discount. Whatever will be the market price at 40% discount. Suppose in the current year, which is over March 2024, the average price in the entire year in the market is 3,000. Average price in the market is 3,000. 40% discount. So 3,000 into 40%, 1,200 discount. 3,000 into 40%, 1,200 discount. For 1,200, the company will not be getting any money. They are going to give shares. Suppose the company is going to give employees 500 shares. On 500 shares, the company will be getting how much? 500 into 1,800. Because against 3,000, they are going to give 40% discount. The company will be giving 500 shares. For 500, company will be getting 500 into 1,800. But for this much money, how many shares the company should be giving? 500 into 1,800 divided by 3,000. Because the price is 3,000. For this much money, company should be giving how much? 500 into 1,800 by 3,000. Which will be coming less than 500. Say it is coming 350 shares. So the company is getting money for 350 shares, but the company is giving them 500 shares. So what is the free shares? 150. The company is going to get 500 into 1,800. For this much money divided by 3,000, the number of shares would be given. But the company is giving 500 shares, the difference is free shares. To calculate diluted EPS, those free share will be added in the denominator. Numerator profit remains same. Denominator weighted average number of shares plus the free shares. So when you are adding in the denominator, the EPS will go down, obviously. You need to calculate this free number of shares. If you remember the formula, there is no formula. We have calculated theoretical ex-right price. Suppose Faiza was saying again, maybe she, but if she think or anybody is thinking formula, you can't understand. This is not a formula, simple, rational calculation. भैया मेरे को 500 शेयर का 1800 करके पैसे मिल रहे हैं, एक शेयर का दाम 3000 है. So 500 into 1800 by 3000, how many shares? But I am giving 500 shares. This much I am giving free. That free shares need to be added in the denominator to calculate EPS. That is called diluted EPS. Similarly, in the warrant, the same story as EPS. You are going to give them 3000 ka share at 40% discount. Same story. In all the three cases, denominator is increasing, numerator remains same. So EPS will go down. Just the one last story. In case of convertible debenture, I said 1000 debentures and the company will be giving 10 shares against every debenture. So I said in the denominator you add 10,000 shares. But when presently it is debenture, presently it is 1000 debenture. On the debenture we are paying interest. The interest is already deducted from the profit. In future, after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, when the debenture will become share, so denominator 10,000 shares increasing, but numerator the interest will not be there. The interest which we are paying in future, the interest will not be there. So in the numerator also the profit will increase because of no interest. In case of ESOP and warrant, no effect on the numerator. Only the denominator free shares. But in case of convertible debenture, there will be effect on the numerator also. The interest will not be there. Because company is paying interest when they are given shares, there will not be any interest. So that interest calculation part I have explained through an example here. Focus, simple, focus. I am taking very simple figure, not 9,289 like that. In the question it will be like that. 1000 is the company's earnings before interest and tax. Means what? Sales minus cost of goods sold minus admin minus selling before deducting interest and tax. This is the earnings. Less interest 200. So tax देने के पहले profit 800. Tax 30% say 240. 800 into 30%. Profit after tax. But when the debenture will be converted into shares, no interest. So earnings will remain 1000. No interest. So tax is 30%. In place of 240, it will be 300. So the earnings will be 700. Please understand that when the interest is there at 200, then the profit is 560. When the interest is not there at 200, then the profit is not 760. It is not 560 plus 200. It is 700 only. Because when we are not paying 200 interest, when we are not paying 200 interest, we are paying tax more. When the 200 interest is less, tax on 800 only. When the 200 interest is not there, tax is on 1000. So when we are not paying interest, we are paying extra tax. When we are not paying 200 on 200, we are paying 30% 60 tax. What is the net effect on earnings? 200 ka after tax, 200 into 70%. You don't need to do so much calculation. It is just for understanding purpose. When the profit is given 560 after interest and the interest is 200. So without interest, how much will be the profit? 560 plus 200 into 70%. Whatever the interest is deducted when the interest is not there after adjustment of tax, the net effect on earnings is 140. 560 plus 140 each 700. So you will divide the profit 700 by the number of shares. When the interest will not be there, when the interest is there, the profit is 560. But when the debenture will be converted into shares, then the profit will be 700. So 700 divided by number of shares, including the converted debenture shares, will give you EPS. This EPS would be lower than basic EPS. Otherwise, it is not diluted EPS. Diluted EPS has to be lower. So if because of the numerator effect it is going up, then there is no diluted EPS. Normally it will go down because the effect on profit is very less and the effect on number of shares is very high. So always, generally, it is lower. So when you calculate, if in any sum, it should be lower than the previous EPS. But when it is free shares option, the company is having 6,000 shares, they are giving 2,000 shares at 1.2, the market price is 1.5. What is free shares? For 2,000 shares, company is getting 2,000 into 1.2. But at the rate of 1.5, how many shares would be given? 2,000 into 1.2 by 1.5. Say that is coming 1,600. But the company is giving 2,400 shares free. So in the denominator, 400 shares will be coming. 2,000 into 1.2 divided by 1.5, we should be giving 1,600 shares. But we are giving 2,000, it is a shortcut. 0.3 is free. 0.3 means how many shares? 400. Those 400 shares will be added in the denominator to calculate EPS. In this case, ESOP and all that, numerator no adjustment. Only denominator free shares. In case of convertible debenture, numerator the interest part, denominator the shares. So the adjustment in convertible debenture both, but in case of free shares, ESOP and all that, only the denominator number of shares. The last story, not diluted, last story normal. Company can have preference shares. Preference shares is a debt or an equity. Preference shares are equity shares or a debt. Please understand. If the preference shares are redeemable, you need to redeem them after 5 years, 10 years. Or if the preference shares dividend is cumulative, means you have to pay the dividend anyhow. If the preference shares are cumulative or they are redeemable, then they are a debt only. Then they are not equity, they are a debt only. When there is a debenture, what you do with the interest? You will deduct interest from EBIT, then you deduct tax, and then you deduct earnings. Last class we discussed, if a company is paying dividend, to shareholders, where it will be recorded in the PL account, Johu. Last class we discussed, when a company is paying dividend to shareholders, where it will be coming in the PL account format, Johu.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
It will be coming under what was the question again? I mean, just to remind myself.
Why I am asking? Because in regard to this, you discussed a lot. For that reason, I am asking you, because you were taking huge brain at that time. You said that it will be deducted here and all that. Then I said that it will be coming in a statement of changes and equity and all that.
We'll be considering under investment expense. Am I right?
No, sir. Last year you were wrong. Last class again, because you have not done the recording of the last class. I am wrong or right?
Recording, I did not get the access, but I did.
I will give you danda, sir. Johu mail ID. How many times I have given the message in the group? How many times? I don't know.
But I'm not getting it. I've been
Bhai,
trying.
ruk na ek second, ruk.
Yes.
When the class was done, then I have mailed it to all of you. Since this is a YouTube class, I said in the class, there is no recording required. It is freely available on YouTube. When the class was over, I gave the link that a student can do freely on YouTube. I said in the class, for this class, there is no software required. But still you are standing on the same line, sir.
Sir, I just want to mention here, the link that you have provided here. I mean, to be stay calm, it was not working. I did go over.
It is here only. I am taking this link. Copy. Okay.
Right.
I am pasting here. Okay. The same link in front of you, sir. So later also be coming in the batch. The second thing, there are some students who are already chartered accountants, CMAs. You will come. No, he will score world rank. How? The answer is difficult. Things first, and that's other thing. But then these adjustments and all that you will understand in coming months. Maybe I could have done mistake, but I have taken from the YouTube this link and then I pasted here. And even I said that there is no link required.
This must have corrected afterwards. Definitely, I'm 100% sure, because on Friday,
if this
I
is
started studying early.
This is the main.
I'm 100% sure about it. You can ask your technical team. They must
I have given this. They have not given. I have given this after the class because it is September 13. We took the class and we finished the class in the morning at around 10, I don't remember. So when the class is over, straight away at that time, only 10:28 a.m. I gave the mail. This I cannot change. My team cannot change. If the mail is given at 10:28 a.m. on September 13, nobody can change, sir. This is
sorry to say that I was in the class early morning here, 2:30, and then I finished my class. I went for my workplace. Then I came back. I did my own study because I was trying to access the YouTube.
And
I did not get it.
And
on
in
the very next day,
yes. I said 2-3 times on that day also, this class, no recording required, no software. It is freely available on YouTube. You go on my YouTube channel, you will be finding the recording. I said in the class also, no link required. It is freely available on YouTube because anybody will go on our YouTube channel.
It was showing session expired. That's what it was showing. I don't know for what reason, but I mean, to be honest, I don't want to say anything, something this and that, but this is what happened.
Why I will do like that, sir?
That's the reason I've been emailing again and again.
Because you are not understanding. This class, there is no recording. In the live section, because it was live. It is there, sir. There is nothing required, sir. When anything is YouTube live, I don't need to upload anywhere. It is freely available to everybody in the world.
Anyway.
How I will say.
But I did. Okay. I
cannot change this to 10:28 a.m. on September 13. Nobody can. Can you change a mail sent and then you can change the date and time of the mail? You can't, sir. This is given by me, not by my team. If my team is giving, then there may be mistake. This is given by me. And I said so many times in the group, SEMA, MCS group, ACC-FR group, IFRS, I have said at that time only, shared with all of you in the group also the recording of this video. Ask anybody in the class, everybody, bhai.
Don't know what happened, but
I said in the first class always, first class is YouTube live free to whole world. So there is no software, nothing required. A student can do live and a student can do recordings anytime with the YouTube only. But the subsequent classes are not available on YouTube, sir. They are not available. This class is not available on YouTube, sir. This you will be able to do through the software only. Even what happens that when there is a new, because this is a new folder, in the software, it will be created Acca-Fr-Ifrs-Ias December 2022 batch, 2024 batch. So when the new folder created automatically in many of the students, platform, it don't show. For that reason, I specifically asked my team to mail to all of you that are you able to see the folder FR-IFRS December 2024? If you are not able to see the folder, then mail us so that we can help you. I asked them specifically that in every batch this problem arises. So I said my team members, you mail to all the students. And if they are not able to see the folder, they will be telling. So that Tanda, you know that they are not able to see the folder, you can help them. Some of them see, some of them not. It is not automatically seeing. But once it is seeing, it will not be over. So for that reason, that much also extra step I have taken so that students would not take tension.
Right. Okay.
Don't know, sir, what to say, sir. Sorry. So I'm saying that when there is a equity share dividend, the dividend is not an expense. I am the owner of my company paying something to me is not an expense. Dividend is a distribution of profit. So when you asked in the last class, sir, it will be shown here in the PL account, you said that only in the chat in YouTube. For that reason, I remember that you were asking. So I thought that now you must be clear, because I remember always, sir, every class who is there or not, what they're asking, I remember whole life, what I should do. Sorry, sir. So since you asked, then I said that, sir, this is not expense. This is distribution of profit. Distribution of profit comes in a statement of changes in equity. Then you asked that, sir, what is this statement of changes in equity? I am not getting. Then I explained further what is this statement of changes in equity. That much I remember, sir. For that reason
I forgot.
I don't forget, sir, because concentration is 500% that. So I mean to say that when we are paying dividend, and if preference shares are not redeemable, preference shares are not cumulative, then the payment of preference dividend will also be coming under a statement of changes in equity deduction from retained earnings. Somebody will say, what? I'm showing you the picture of PL account format. Because according to me, your type of student should be preparing the format anyhow after the class. Because some confusions are there. The format knowledge is not properly correct. So your type of student, if not preparing the format without any figures, then the confusion will always be there in every class. In the statement of changes in equity, the company opening balance of profit is there. During the year, the company generated income, retained earning. From here, they are deducting dividend. So if the preference shares are irredeemable, if the preference share dividend is non-cumulative, cumulative means if 1 year we are not paying, second year we need to pay for 2 years, third year we need to pay for 3 years. We never can skip the dividend. But if it is not cumulative, not redeemable, then the preference dividend will come here. But if the preference shares is cumulative or redeemable, then the preference dividend will come as a finance cost here. Like debenture interest is a finance cost, preference dividend is a finance cost. So when the preference shares are redeemable, then the profit already you are getting after deducting preference dividend. This profit will be divided by weighted average number of shares which we have discussed to calculate EPS. But if the preference shares are irredeemable, then the preference dividend is coming here. Then also this preference dividend will be deducted from the profit to calculate EPS. From this profit, you are not deducting preference dividend here because preference shares are irredeemable. The profit is without deducting preference dividend. From this profit, you deduct preference dividend separately to calculate EPS. Because EPS is always calculated for equity shareholders. It is never calculated for preference shareholders. I have written preference shares may be debt or equity. If preference shares are redeemable or cumulative, then the preference dividend is a finance cost already deducted from profit. But if the preference shares are irredeemable, then also still deduct the preference dividend from the profit to calculate EPS. When they are debt, then the interest is already deducted in calculating profit. If they are equity, if they are non-redeemable, then also preference dividend to be deducted to calculate EPS. Never the profit will be including preference dividend. Because we are calculating EPS for ordinary shareholder, equity shareholder. What is the difference between preference and equity? Preference shareholder have some preference. Maybe in the voting, maybe in the profit distribution, anything. So we are calculating EPS for equity shareholder, don't have any preference. Whenever the preference shares are there, preference dividend will be deducted to calculate EPS. Out of 100 companies in the world, suppose 99 companies don't have any preference shares. So in the question in practical life, preference share comes very less. But it is not that nobody is having. Some companies has preference shares. In the exam, they may give in the question preference shares. You need to always calculate EPS after deducting preference dividend. If the preference dividend is already deducted as an interest cost, nothing to be done. because preference shares are redeemable. But if the preference dividend is not deducted because they are a type of equity, then also you need to deduct from the profit preference dividend to calculate EPS. What I have said in total, earnings per share calculation. Why? For the decision maker to take correct decision. One is basic EPS, one is diluted EPS. Diluted EPS may not be there for every organization. Suppose my company don't have convertible debenture, no ESOP, no warrant, nothing. Why calculate? For my company, only one, basic EPS. Basic EPS involve adjustment of normal issue, bonus issue, rights issue. If the company has potential share, convertible debenture, ESOP, warrant, then the company need to calculate diluted EPS. Diluted EPS means the company's EPS in future is going to go down. With the same earning, with more number of shares, EPS will be less. So that diluted EPS need to be calculated if the company has potential share. And preference share adjustment. If the preference share are debt, then no adjustment, already interest deducted. If they are not debt, then you need to deduct preference dividend to calculate EPS. Pure profit, you can see. But normally क्या है कि accounting ऐसा कोई pure profit language use नहीं करता है यार. They don't use the word. Rohit ji, एक बात request. Whenever you are chatting, below chat box, there is a blue tab in the chat. Blue tab, there is a drop down arrow. Click the drop down arrow, select everyone in the meeting and then chat, sir. Otherwise, if you are asking something, I am replying, others are not understanding. We all need to be on the same page. Thank you, sir. So pure profit आपका word है, IFRS नहीं बोलता है सर. आप बोल सकते हो, कोई बात नहीं है. Preference shareholder को देने के बाद जो profit है, because EPS is calculated for equity shareholders, not for anybody else. मैं एडवाइस करूंगा, यहां पर क्वेश्चंस भरती है बीच में, 2-4 तो मैंने डिस्कस नहीं किया, आप उन्हीं को सॉल्व करिए ना. नोट्स में तो है, और ये नोट्स मैंने पहले ही आप लोगों को मेल किया, फिर भी आई विल मेल अगेन बिकॉज आई हैव रिटन समथिंग व्हाइल एक्सप्लेनिंग समथिंग. So I will again after the class mail to all of you. Don't need to take tension. Still somebody are good, having more time to study and you should be doing extra question. यहाँ पर ये exam kit है, FR exam kit. In FR exam kit, you go in around 20 pages. आप एक बार 20 नंबर पेज में जाइए तो you will be able to see EPS का क्वेश्चंस कौन सा नंबर पेज में है. IS 36, 33. IS 33, you can see. They are studies text, chapter number 14, pocket notes, chapter number 14. They are question to attempt. 113 to 122, 346 to 350. These are the question relating to EPS. 113 to 122 is multiple choice. 346 to 350 is a big question. 113 to 122. Suppose I want to go 113 to 122. 113 to 122. (113 to 122). What is the page number? You see. 113 to 122. 133 EPS. They said 113 to 122. So these should be 113, 114. This is from page number 60, 59. So I am writing here. I am writing here. FR exam kit, page 59. Question 113 to 122. If you want to check the 346 number also, so let's go into 346 number. 346. 346, which is in page number. It is also multiple choice based on one scenario, 5 question. It is in page number 128. Page 128. Page 128. Question 346 to 350. These are the questions given in the question kit. If you want to do some more questions in the study text, this is the chapter 14. You can see earnings per share, page 309, around 335. This is taxation. In the study text, explanation are written and the questions are in between there. This is the chapter EPS. In this chapter, explanation theory, which I will advise not to be read. Illustration 1, uska answer. Then there is test your understanding, which is answer is given at the end of this chapter. So these are extra question. There are 10, 12, around 15 questions there. There are 15 questions around here. And there are in my notes around 10 questions. So around 40 questions. Still you want to do, you can go in IFRS book also, there also, not required, sir. All are same. Still you want to do from anywhere, I don't have any problem. But still before leaving, first do the recording, even though you are a champion. You think you are a champion, okay, but still do the recording. Recording will be available tomorrow at around 10:30, 11 in the software. If you are not able to see the recording, mail, my team will help. Recording should be done at a speed of 1.5 or 2, with pausing the video in between, wherever you find that you are not getting. Once the recording done, complete all the questions which we have done in the class through the notes. Some questions are not done, that only. If you have extra time, you will be having, then do these questions which I have written. If still you have extra time, you want to do more, then do the question from anywhere in the world you want. I don't have a problem. For first topic, you follow whatever I am saying. If this is a wrong system, not a correct system, you follow your system which is best for you. But only for one chapter, you follow me. Whatever I am saying, you do that. Contingent means that only, sir. Suppose I am saying that I am acquiring your business. And from the business, I should be getting this much income. If I will be getting more income, I will be giving you extra shares. That contingent means for a consideration, you are going to give shares. So those shares we need to project. We need to add them in the denominator to calculate diluted EPS. It may happen, sir. Same concept, whether it's a ESOP, whether it's a warrant or contingent issuable shares, एक ही बात होता है. जहां पर ये मालूम नहीं है शेयर देना है कि नहीं, बट देना पड़ सकता है, आप वह सोचकर ही चलते हैं, आपको देना पड़ेगा और आप उसको डिनोमिनेटर में ऐड करके डाइल्यूटेड ईपीएस निकालते हो. सो दैट इज द सेम कॉन्सेप्ट एज वारंट एंड ईसॉप. Because Sudeep is saying that, is there any concept called contingent issuable shares? Yes, sir. Contingent means not sure, depends upon future. But if that is there, still you need to consider in diluted EPS denominator, then you get EPS. Obviously, in the question, information need to be given to calculate that. You can't do everything hypothetically. That is other thing. Okay. So leaving for today, whatever queries are there, we will discuss in the next class. If there is no query, then also I will be doing many problems in the next class as an example. Non-controlling and all that we will not do now, because first of all, we need to study group accounting. Otherwise, NCI, goodwill and all that, how I will say. So if you are getting any question, non-controlling interest, something like that, ignore that. एक दो हो सकता है. Because that we can understand when we will do group accounting after 1.5 months, not now, sir. So if you find any question on non-controlling interest, ignore that. In the next class, if that question you will be asking, I will be saying we will not do. I am already saying now. We will do later. There is nothing required to be done in that. Once I will explain group accounting, you understand. But अभी हम लोग group accounting नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं सर, नहीं समझा पाएंगे. ठीक है? Okay, sir. सॉरी सर, ठीक है सर. अगर आप लोग शुरू में मेरा टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करोगे, मैं 11 बजे छोड़ दूंगा. But if student will waste my time, which I cannot say that why you are asking this. Like just an example, Joel saying that the link is wrong, not given, then there is no solution, sir. I am communicating in WhatsApp, I am communicating in mail, my personal, not my team. तो आप मेरा बात तो सुनिए ना यार. सब तो बोल रहा हूं मैं. तो अलग से आपके पास क्वेश्चन आना नहीं चाहिए जनरल. फिर भी ठीक है, नो प्रॉब्लम. ओके. गुड नाइट टू ऑल ऑफ यू. स्टडी हार्ड. टाटा.
हेलो सर.
बोलिए सर.
ऐसा फील लग रहा है सब मिक्स हो गया है, पर रिकॉर्डिंग करने के बाद क्लियर हो जाएगा मतलब.
हाँ हो जाएगा. और उसके बाद जो क्वेश्चंस करें हैं उसको करना होगा, फिर नया करेंगे, तब कॉन्फिडेंस है.
यस सर. थैंक यू सर. गुड नाइट.
यस सर. गुड नाइट सर. थैंक यू सर.